Boom, boom. Twitter. Tweet. Okay. We're live.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, give me a second. Hello, Wing. I'm sort of eating my breakfast as we're, well, not breakfast, lunch. I hadn't eaten anything today.
Me neither. Hello, Wing.
Hmm?
I said hello, Wing.
Oh. Sorry. Hello, Raul. Oh, shit. We're running out of electricity. Bump that up to 100. Okay. What's happening? Okay, there we go. Gonna need another recycling plant fairly soon. Let's just pop that there. Let's see, we're gonna need a high school. Though we don't have that much money, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit, I think. That we don't run out. Okay, we got a fire station. Got a police station. Everything is fine.
What? Police station?
Yeah. I mean, for if someone needs to be evicted.
It's true.
Who's gonna do that if not the police?
I know, right?
Let's see. What I'm planning for this city right now is I'm gonna continue this avenue here along beach to create some cool little waterfront properties. Just like here on the beach, on the sand. People can live next to the ocean. And then maybe have like some touristy stuff. And this is just a temporary industry area. I'm gonna be moving this to somewhere else once we've purchased more tiles. If I get this one, then we can build some farms over here. Which I think will be fine. Now, I think not having any generic industry does make it so that we're gonna need to import a lot more of our goods because we won't have any domestically or like locally produced goods. So it's gonna have to end up coming from outside the city. So that might cause a bit more traffic, but I think it will probably be fine. I do also wanna... Sorry?
I think so too.
What?
I think so too. It'll be fine.
Oh.
It'll be fine, okay?
I can't hear you. You need to speak up. You need to speak clearly and properly, okay?
Oh.
I'm a teacher. I have tinnitus.
Already.
Got it on my first day. Hi, Ashley. Coinbase ad. Well, I don't control what ads you see. I'm sorry. The only coin you should be worrying about getting is Azure coin.
Yep.
Do all teachers have tinnitus? Only all middle school teachers. High school, it's not as common. Yeah, elementary and middle school. I think we'll put residential. We'll maybe have like a block of some little shops down by the beach.
Some little mom and pops right there.
Yeah. And then we can probably make the rest. Let's see. Boom. 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 That. Build these up with more residential. You just don't wear air protection still? No, it's kind of do need to hear your students. I don't know. Hi, Sean. I have downloaded some custom assets from the workshop, but I think they're all high residential buildings. Will there be suburb-style housing under socialism? I mean, probably some. Depends on how far into the future you're looking. Probably don't need traffic lights here. We can do yield signs instead. It should be enough. Probably do the same. Along here, we can have traffic lights there though. There. Suburb style as in single family, suburb style as in suburbs in general. Ideally, no. Yeah, I mean, ideally, no. But thinking realistically, I think the houses that currently exist will probably continue to exist.
What houses? If we can suburbs house.
Like, if there are suburbs, I don't think if a socialist revolution happens in America that all suburbs are just going to be demolished day one.
No.
Oh shit. Hmm.
It's done. I did it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
Want
you
to
very much.
explain to the people on stream what you were doing?
Yes. I was making a starting screen for my Twitch, and I wanted it's like posters flying up on a wall, and I used Canva, and when the posters went up on the wall, there was like an exit animation that threw the posters off. I wanted to keep them there when the next one got added, so I had to make it in Canva, then get the MP4, and then cut it up and removed when it like flew off the screen, and I just finished. It's beautiful.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I feel like a YouTuber now. I was editing videos and stuff.
Installed some solar panels. I feel like these probably generate way too much. 11 megawatts. I don't know. Oh, hi, Mr. Hanson. Hi, Antioxidant. Followed an RT from Luna. Oh, that was probably for the housing fundraiser that we did.
Yep.
Yeah, that's over, but we raised, what did we raise? 5,000 something?
Yeah, 5,000 something.
Yeah, 5,600 or something, I think. About 2,000 more than the goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, Luna is he's a great person.
Yep.
We haven't, well, I don't know. We've done a couple streams together. Me, Luna, and EJ. I think the most we talked was we did a a YouTube live stream that went on for 5 hours, where we talked about Vietnam and a bit about like Marxism versus anarchism.
$5 hours. Rookie numbers.
Yeah. I mean, we did a fucking 12-hour Cities Skylines live stream once, so...
Yeah. And this is the repeat. Let's go, people.
Yeah. This time we're going 24 hours.
Yeah. Hello, Victory Official.
This could be a park. This area right here, this could be a park.
No.
Yeah, I think Sean is probably the authority on this one. I would listen to his expertise on rural housing more so than whatever I said. Because, yeah, I don't live I don't live in the Western Hemisphere, you know? Like, I'm pretty far removed from that whole situation. So probably listen to Sean on this one.
Yeah, I sent the video I just made to you.
Oh, okay. Give me a moment. Yay, there's my poster. I made that.
Sure did. And then a loop right there. Yeah.
That's great.
No, it's not gonna have audio. It's just the starting screen for my stream.
Yeah. You can play music in the background while it's going.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm proud of myself. Hello there, Frederick. And hello, Belly John the Destroyer.
Hi, Dev Frederick and Belly John.
Thank you, Raul. Thank you, Mama. I worked really hard on it. I love Canva. It is good, but I had to substitute of course the cutting of it with another program. But it's great for making really cool designs, I think, especially for Twitch. Wow, Jean. Once I knew how to do it, it didn't take too long. But trial and error, I've probably been working on it for 4 hours. And yeah, Azure provided a propaganda poster for it, which I love. It's really dope.
I kind of like this. It's kind of swooshy design.
Swooshy is the swoosh.
Yeah, it's the swoosh design. And then probably try to fill in the gaps a little bit by doing something like that.
It's very suburban though.
Well, I haven't unlocked high density housing yet. But once I have, most of this will go.
Also, isn't traffic gonna be a nightmare if you should have a bigger road going into a smaller road and so on?
I have I have an avenue going through the entire city.
Yeah, I know, but when I was looking up the whole about road hierarchy, right? About
I know about road hierarchy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it will probably be okay.
Wow, I spent all that time explaining how suburbs are bad, and then you do this. I love that.
Well, listen, this isn't This isn't me fucking trying to plan a future socialist city, okay? It's just playing a video game.
It's not allowed. We have to be political in every aspect of our lives.
I didn't even put chatting politics in the stream title this time. Thank you, Raul, for the Soviet time sound alert. Roundabouts are the answer to every traffic problem. Yeah, you're right about that. I do have a roundabout builder tool, wherever it is. Where is that? Wait, where is the roundabout builder? Maybe I don't have that. No? I don't know. I thought I had that. Oh well.
Yep.
Okay, now we have a need for industry, so I think we're gonna build the farm stuff. And this is probably gonna be... how are we gonna go about doing this? Maybe we can just... I don't know how busy this road is gonna be. But... there... I don't work in this chat. No, it works. I can see it. Ben is congratulating you on entering the sphere of Facebook debate.
Whoa. Oh my god. It's just that one lib that Ben has on his Facebook, just like endless simping for Biden.
So you're saying Facebook debates are good?
No, I'm not gonna have a debate with them. I have ridiculed them, and now I'm moving on.
I don't know. Kind of sounds like you think Facebook debates are based.
Oh my god. What do you think of my response, though, Ben? Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Only difference is Ben engages with them for hours at a time, right? He'll spend a whole day debating with them on Facebook. This is like, I'm just dropping this bomb and then moving on.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right, Sean? No, I mean, I know he's gonna say some shit that's gonna piss me off. I didn't like expect him to change his mind from what I wrote, right? Like, I know he's still gonna be a shit lib at the end of the day, right? So I just wanted to ridicule him in public.
You don't think debates can change people's minds?
No, not like that. No.
I don't know, sounds like maybe your ideas are just not good. I mean, if you're afraid to debate, then maybe that means that what you're afraid to debate about is wrong.
No.
Okay. This guy has like a particular ability to say the most unbelievably ridiculous, infuriating things. Like, I posted a headline about how the number of migrant children in custody have doubled over the past 2 months, right? That was what it was about. It was like the number is increasing of people under detention under Joe Biden. Is the whole point of the headline. And the first thing he says is, compare it to Trump's numbers, please. Okay, compare it to Trump's numbers. Like, like, I don't even know, like, how, like, literally, like, oh my god, it just, he just has this ability to say the most ridiculous thing you could ever imagine, that you couldn't even imagine that somebody would like have that ridiculous takeaway, right? Like, it's yeah, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't want to derail. That person is just
No, you have.
infuriating.
I mean, we were talking about Facebook, right? Like
Yeah.
when you came in, so you didn't derail.
Okay, yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
worry
no,
about
I did a whole tweet about it. Yeah, Sean. He's God, libs are so evil. Libs are literally so evil. They'll bend over backwards to like defend Joe Biden. Like, Joe Biden could literally like take a dump on their kitchen table and they would be like, "Wow, what a brilliant political strategy. He knew that nobody likes my kitchen table."
Yeah, it would be like, yeah, Trump, if he would have done this, he would have taken an even bigger dump. So that would have been even more of a mess.
Literally though. Literally. Oh my god.
It's just,
No, Ageline, his whole persona is that he's this very smart politics understander. That's like his whole like Facebook thing. Like
understander of politics.
yeah.
I mean, that's basically my job
Yeah.
as a history
And
teacher.
you're failing horribly at it.
And
Wow.
I mean, these suburbs that you're designing here are really just,
Beautiful.
I mean, there's
Like
a little
see.
cul-de-sac there. You're making cul-de-sacs.
I mean, none of this is like outside the city. It's all part of the same road network.
More roads to nowhere, please.
I mean, like, the roads to nowhere, but that's just to create a place to zone buildings without, having people go through them, because that's just gonna cause more traffic.
I don't know.
Yo, what's up, Ageline?
Hey, Ashley.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hi.
Hi. Because I heard one of the last points about that guy on Facebook. I've met so many of those people. They're like the sorts that would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm a sapien sexual or whatever."
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, yeah, literally.
I don't know if I pronounced that right, but I don't care. But yeah,
That's
no, the worst kinds of
the
people.
people who say that they're like attracted to intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty problematic.
Yep.
like I feel like I don't know. Like people who say that, like it's like almost like being halfway to saying that you're like really into phrenology, right?
Mhm.
Like you know,
Yeah.
that's the vibe. Same vibe.
Oh yeah. It gets like really ableist really fast, and it's like, ugh, sir, no.
Yeah.
I come across these all the time on like Tinder, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. No, thank you.
Oh yeah. I imagine you would. Fucking Tinder of all places.
Listen, it's hard to date these days.
No, I'm just saying Tinder is a terrible app filled with terrible people. Not
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh no, I'm pretty terrible too.
Well, not in that way.
Oh no, I know. I know you're teasing. I'm at a point where I understand your dry humor enough that like
Okay,
I'm like,
that's
oh,
good.
they're joking.
Mhm.
I like
I
how
am
it looks
joking
like
most of the time.
Ashleen is trying to eat your helmet.
Listen, it's a forbidden snack.
It's like one of those hard candies, lemon drops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just a very hard candy.
Indeed.
Oh my god,
True.
true, Sean, true. Yo, what's up, Marcus?
Hello?
Oh,
Hello.
Marcus. Oh god, there's so many people in this voice call. I have to resize the whole thing.
Yeah. Make
think-
it smaller.
I think last week I'd lurked in the stream, and I saw so many of my comrades jumping in, so I decided to stop lurking and just say hello.
Yeah,
Nice.
full house today, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't have a picture to put up on the stream of you. I'm sorry. You'll have to send me a PNG later.
No
Well-
picture necessary.
What about the placeholder?
Oh, I can put up Ernest Karoma if that's okay with you, former president of Sierra Leone.
Sure. I've been called worse.
Oh my god.
It's the placeholder picture.
Mm-hmm. He's there. He's lurking. I love him because he's a Pan-Africanist and also he has a great hat. Those are the two reasons I like him.
I'm a pretty big hat guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as in I'm emotionally invested in seeing, experiencing, interacting with different types of hats.
Yes. Well, I agree.
So yeah,
I had a whole thing last stream about how, like, in the 50s, all the professions that used to have hats all of a sudden just stopped having hats, and how that's very sad. Like, train conductors don't always wear hats anymore. And like pilots don't wear hats. You know, teachers don't wear hats.
I'll say the
happened?
pilot hats. Those hats suck. Those are not good hats.
What, the captain hats?
Yeah.
Oh, they're hard.
yeah.
They don't stay on your head.
Oh.
Because the
They look
military
cool.
pretty much co-opted the pilot hat, you know. So like that pilot hat, that's like when you're in your dress uniforms, you got to wear those things. They suck. They're like not comfortable, you know. They're very like top heavy too,
Hmm.
because of like the actual crown. So they, you know, if you tilt your head a little bit this way, that way, they can fall over. But like the old school, I don't know, like newsy hats that's got like the different panels and like the tiny brim up front. What are
Yeah.
like, we need to bring that back. That was classy. And like you wear it with the business suit and everything like that.
Yeah.
Well, like the history of like hats in general, right? Like people just it used to be like a strange thing if you didn't wear a hat. Like if you
Mm.
were out and about and you weren't wearing a hat, like people would look down on you. Like everybody wore a hat, like no
Yeah.
matter what. And I don't know when that like went away, but
It's gotta
uh
be like the 50s and 60s, I think. I feel like that's when
mhm.
people. Because in the 40s, if you look at like pictures of like streets and stuff in the 40s, like people still wearing hats. 30s, people wearing hats. I think like 50s and 60s is when people stopped wearing hats all the time.
You know, it was World War II, you know, like they just couldn't keep up the hat producing economy. They had
Mm.
to, you know, they had to rapidly produce all those hats for the military. So all the hat factories were military only. And that's,
You know, Grom made
yeah.
the joke that it was when Victor Day happened, everyone threw their hats in the air and then they couldn't find their hats again.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Well, it just took too long to figure out whose hat was whose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, not
Yeah.
enough people labeled their hat, and they're like, "Well, I don't know. I don't want to get lice." You
No.
know?
Yeah,
I always thought
exactly.
about that when I saw American graduations, because you throw your hat up in the air when you graduate in America, right? Like what happens when
No,
the
I think
hats
that's just
need
a
to be-
like I. So when I
just a movie
graduated,
thing.
yeah, all right, because like it didn't happen for me.
Okay.
Although you know that was back in the early 2000s. You know, and I'm aging myself here, but yeah, we didn't throw the hat. They told us specifically, don't throw the hat.
Oh.
Yeah. They were like, if
Don't
you throw
you
your
Don't
goddamn
dare
you
throw your
dare
hat,
hat.
we
throw the
will
hat.
rip the diploma out of your hands.
And the hat is like we take the diploma and we'll find it and we'll keep it.
Mm.
Well, like if that was today, then all the kids would have done it if the teacher said them that, and then put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
I just wanted my Mary Tyler Moore moment.
We have those Swedish student mössor, which are kind of like sailor caps. They're white, like little white cloth hats that you wear when you graduate. We threw ours in the air, but not like very high, just like a little like whoop, and then caught it. You know, not like way, and then threw it, you know, into nowhere, and then never found it again.
Yeah.
And we did fireworks. Well, not fireworks, but like confetti cannons and stuff.
Oh.
Not actual
Yeah,
fireworks.
we had t-shirt cannons. You know, instead of the hats, we just launched t-shirts into the crowd of
Yeah.
our parents and family members. It was a
Aiming
great.
at their faces.
Yeah. Well, you know, I want a t-shirt cannon with a specific guidance system. You know, because you don't want any casualties when you start launching out t-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Firing
accidentally
those things
shot
is so
the.
much.
Sorry.
Oh, firing those things is so much fun. We used to have to do it for like radio gigs, and yeah, like nailing somebody in the head. Beautiful.
Oh my God.
Listen, they weren't paying me. I had to find
Guys-
something.
Asleen, are you openly admitting to t-shirt war crimes on the stream right now?
Wow.
Are we gonna have to nuke this
Wow.
VOD?
No.
Yeah.
Is it nuke the VOD like Asleen nuked people's faces with a t-shirt cannon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashleen is harboring weapons of t-shirt mass destructions.
Everybody left with a T-shirt with their bloody face imprinted on it.
Oh my god.
I accidentally shot a confetti cannon down onto my feet because I didn't know which way was up.
Good job.
I mean, that you kind of lucked out with that one because if it didn't shoot at your feet, then you know it would have shot at your face.
Well, I was aiming it up into the air, and then I screwed the lid thing, and it shot downward instead of I was tilting it. You know, I was gonna shoot it like properly and have a fun time with confetti, and I was, you know, excited about seeing all the little bits of paper fly out and having a good time with my pals and my family, and then my day was ruined.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, it's a very sad memory.
Must-
I still have
must.
that cap though, and we were talking about like, well, if you like professions having hats so much, then as a teacher you can, start the initiative. So I'm thinking about if I go back to the classroom whenever that's gonna happen, not for a while. I'm gonna wear my graduation cap as like a teacher uniform, and I'm gonna tell all my colleagues to do the same thing, or else.
Well, okay, so this is where like the academia world gets into like just wizardry
Yes. No, I
because
love
the
that.
higher, yeah, oh, I'm all about it. If anything, it's like you don't wear this wizard costume enough. Like I don't want to see
Yeah.
you in like the Coles, you know, bullshit.
Yeah.
You
Oh my
have a
God,
damn
Marcus.
robe. You've got
You
robes
figured it out.
with all these like cool hats
Yeah.
and all these like cords and scarves that all these great colors and dangly things. Like wear that.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's
That
all
is-
fine and good until somebody gets caught going commando under their robe.
Oh my God. Oh my
What
God.
happens under the robe stays under the robe.
Well, you
Like-
never know. Maybe
like-
they trip, slip, or something, and then they are just like the Frank and Beans, just in the food home.
Wow.
Right?
No, Marcus, I think you figured it out. Okay, wizard outfit for teachers to finally get that will be what gets conservatives to actually believe in like climate change and stuff like that, right? Because if like they won't believe it if it's somebody in a lab coat like telling them they need to get vaccinated, but if somebody in a hat with stars on it with a wand or something, then they're gonna take that very seriously.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're bringing a lot of credibility, with the
Yeah.
outfit.
Yeah.
Because and that's the thing too, is like it's like wearing your degrees, And that's where it is. Like most people don't like they see degrees and they're like, they're just some nerd. But if you see somebody in a wizard outfit,
Mhm.
like that's someone who can bring the knowledge into magical power.
That's someone you should listen to.
Yeah.
Like in fancy,
I
like
just think that we should do that on CNN so more people will like listen to those people
mhm,
or Fox News.
like
I think that actually would be like. Could you imagine like Tucker doing he does this like weird like the immigrants are coming, and then like then you have some professor on there with the robes and all this type of shit.
Yeah, I can see Tucker being backed up by a wizard
hmm.
on TV.
What if he's just like a little robot controlled by an evil wizard?
Yeah.
That would actually make more sense than someone existing and just being as dog shit as Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, but why would the robot go to a Bass Pro's, like the Pro Bass Shop, whatever it's called?
Just to get embarrassed. The robot's like, I need to feel human emotion.
Oh my God.
My dad used to work at one of those.
Nice.
He's also conservative, so it makes sense.
I would totally work at a Bass Pro Shop. They're too big for you not to be able to just like do nothing and get away with it.
Yeah.
Look at this awesome playground. This is
Right by the road.
it's not a road, it's a park. It's in the middle of the park. Come on, it's not a road. Come on. Don't try to change the narrative. Move the goalpost. Don't do that. I'm working hard, okay? I'm doing
Or
my
hardly
best as
working.
unelected mayor.
That gazebo is huge. Yeah? Does that seem
is
like a...
big gazebo.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's very tall, I feel like.
Well, I can't do much about that, can I?
I mean, it's literally taller than that person's house over there. Or the coffee shop, I
Maybe-
guess.
That's a coffee shop, yeah. I can put a fountain inside the gazebo.
That seems
If
like
that
a
helps.
waste. I don't know why someone would build something like that.
I feel
Listen.
like they didn't really account for scale at that much in this.
No, I mean, you could have like gazebos. Sometimes are big, right?
Yeah.
Like you could
No,
have
the
like
gazebos are pretty big.
yeah, Like, it's
Sometimes
not your
necessary.
average yard gazebo. I mean, we all have one of those, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
But
Of course.
Yes, 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 exactly. Yes.
We genuinely had a gazebo when we were growing up, but we built it ourselves.
it's still pretty bougie.
Oh yeah, no, I mean we had a giant like backyard because it used to be like a farmhouse or
Yeah.
like one of those like cotton plantation mansion things that you see in the South in the
Mm.
U.S. Kind of like that, but just like for cows and cattle and stuff. But it's like in the middle of nowhere, so we could buy it pretty cheap, and we lived in that for a while until we realized that the maintenance on it was way too expensive, and we couldn't afford living in it anymore.
You lived in a barn, is what you're saying.
No, not a barn. One of the like houses that the owner of a
Like
bunch of land would live in,
Oh,
like a landlord's mansion.
it's pretty
Slave
bougie.
owners.
It was bougie. We couldn't afford it. We lived on the first floor, and we rented out the upper floor.
Wow. Wow. Landlord now? This is where
wow.
we hear. Okay.
I know.
Landlord
Oh.
scapegoat, right? Assured landlord.
Yeah, no, we made two office spaces. One office space went to my mom, who had a newspaper, a magazine, a monthly magazine. And then the other office space we rented out to a photographer guy that was like a friend of the family. And then we had one apartment that we rented out to one of my dad's friends who needed someplace to live, so he could live there. And we also had like an annex, like a secondary like little house on our property that we rented out to the family of my classmate. My best friend growing up rented a house from my family, which was
Wow.
a weird dynamic. But
So
I
it's
mean,
It's
your
not as weird as like when I had classmates and they basically did a wife swap. Like they went to the same grade and everything, and like the parents just divorced and married each other.
oh
my God.
right,
Yeah.
I see.
that's
No, that's normal.
interesting.
I
happens
feel
all the
so
time.
bad for them. Like that
I
must
would
have been
fucking
horrible.
Yeah, I would absolutely hate my parents.
That's where you send in that's where you send them the meme that I dropped in the general chat in the Discord. You know, that's where you're just like,
I have to do homework to get your joke.
oh, just go to general in Azure's Discord.
Oh,
It's
in
one of my
Sure's Discord. I see.
yeah.
Oh, it's I'm not gonna put it on OBS because that's too much work. But it's a screenshot from a Adventure Time, and it's the lemon guy saying "unmake me" on a piece of paper. Look it up.
Yeah.
Google
Look it up
People in chat
or Bing it.
or Bing it. Yeah, Grom
Whatever
uses
you're
Bing
comfortable with.
exclusively.
Yeah, exclusive.
I don't know why, but is it for those lucrative Bing points that you get?
You get Bing points if you search on Bing.
Yeah, Microsoft will like give you money for using Bing.
They're that
Really?
desperate.
Yeah, like you use Bing and you get like Bing points or whatever, and then you can get like I think gift cards. Like, you can exchange them, get like iTunes gift cards and shit.
Damn.
If I can pay my rent with that, I'll become a full-time Binger.
Yeah, I don't know if they do it anymore, but it was something they did for a while at least.
Mm.
I mean, you also got stuff like Ecosia, which they take like the ad money and stuff, and they plant trees or whatever. Which, I mean,
Yeah.
you know my
North
opinion on
American
planting trees.
evergreen in Madagascar.
There's also Tab for a Cause, which the money that is raised from like your ad revenue, like every time you open a new tab, you get an ad. But like the money that's collected from that, you can choose to donate to a charity. There's stuff like that. But Bing is just like, you please use our inferior platform and we will give you money for it.
So Microsoft is trying to buy Discord.
Oh yeah, they
Ugh.
tried to, but it didn't happen.
Good.
Thank God.
Well, the
They're just turn it into
alternative-
Microsoft Teams, you know? Like, that's what they would do. I know
It
for
would
a
get
fact.
ruined so fast.
I mean, the alternative that Discord is looking at now is going public, because like Discord isn't making money, and they want to, you know, sell. Like they want to get out of it, because you know, they're just losing money. I mean, it's like a, you know, like any Silicon Valley startup, right? Like they make a product, they get people to use it, and then, you know, they keep it going at a loss until some company buys it for the user base. And
That's true innovation right there.
yeah, I mean, that's the Silicon Valley model, right? Like you don't actually make something that's profitable. You make something that people want to use, and then you sell it to a company that expects to be able to make a profit by making it shitty. And then people stop using it, and then the company loses money. That's the
And then we
model.
start over again.
Yeah, then you just move on to another startup. That's how it works.
Which
Yeah.
honestly, I think in and of itself is the most brilliant condemnation of capitalism in and of itself, to be honest, where like none of this would have to even happen if we just had the government just doing all of it, right? Just saying like, oh, people want something like Discord, let's just make it a publicly subsidized, you know, thing. Like,
I think there was
There we go.
an idea to have the EU create like a non-profit social media platform.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Yeah, I don't imagine it would be good, but it's like the whole thing of like social media that's just done for profit has like terrible psychological effects and on people's mental health and stuff.
Mm.
So people like EU liberals want to like create a social media platform that's built with people in mind.
Yeah, you're exclusively only allowed to share Minion memes on it.
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, I imagine it would be a lot like
A
Google
boomer book?
Plus. Like you would have a very small user base, but the people who do use it, like my dad, would be like very enthusiastic about it.
my
Like
God.
Yahoo Pipes and stuff.
I mean, like the thing about it is like we could do social media in a only slightly different way that would also make it very different, where like because ultimately all social media is just a feed manager, right? It just like
Yeah.
it is literally the way that content is organized.
Let's
and
just get
displayed in
back to
front of you,
RSS feeds. Let's
right?
just do RSS again. What happened to that?
Well, you could kind of do something like that where you could basically force Facebook, Twitter, all these social media applications to have their posts be like in a semi-public format in terms of like the way that it's formatted, so that you could basically set up a website that is just a feed manager for somebody. So it's like, this is our algorithm does this, our algorithm does this, we've got this unique layout, we've got all these things. And so then that way, like the actual like structure and form of the content would be set to like what Facebook wants or Twitter wants or whatever for the way that it looks.
Yeah.
But the way that it shows up in a feed for you could be entirely different based off of like using a different random third party whatever. And that I think would be actually a decent model for like public like social media, where you do like basically you nationalize the back end of it and then let the front end just be whatever, where people can just open source their own brand new thingamabob to make it look fancy.
Yeah, a lot of people did like some really creative stuff with Yahoo Pipes until Yahoo shut that down. I know there are a lot of people who are very nostalgic for Yahoo Pipes, and people used it to make a lot of like creative stuff. I forget exactly how the whole thing worked. I just know some like boomer people say it was the golden age of the internet when they could use Yahoo pipes.
So it would be like MySpace, but for the whole internet?
No.
I'm
No.
kidding. Please note I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, J Victory Official, like Grom says, it's about $30 on Steam, but since it's Paradox, they do sales pretty often, so you can just wait until it's on sale. And get
I
it
mean,
for pretty cheap.
literally what I just said, but okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to reaffirm what Grom said.
With more
Yeah.
authority, I see how it is.
Well, yeah.
Well, the person with the weirdest hat gets the most authority. I think we've
Yeah.
established that.
I'm
already.
the only one wearing a hat here, except Ernest Karoma.
Yeah, which is Marcus right now.
That's true. Oh, yeah, you're right. Damn it. Okay, Marcus, you're in charge.
Well, as the person in charge, I like to supervise. So, you're doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, thank you.
And that's why you make the big bucks, Marcus.
Oh my god.
And also, how is Discord not profitable? Well, like,
They try to be.
yeah, they try to be. I mean, you have the Discord thing you can pay for, right? And you can boost other servers, right? But like that doesn't offset the cost, probably. I mean, the cost of like they must have like a lot of servers and stuff to run Discord.
Yeah. I mean, what always like the fact that they store images, like everything that you send on Discord, every image that you upload, just the fact that they store all images ever sent on Discord forever, like that's a lot of server space that they're using that they probably shouldn't. Like
Yeah.
it's a bit of a waste. It's like very, very you know, it's not often that you want to like go back 2 years to see like some meme that you posted, you know, and like be able to preserve that forever. Like, I mean, yeah, every now and then it's like, oh shit, I don't have this image anymore. The only record of it is on Discord. Then in those, you know, scant cases, it's nice that Discord saves everything forever, but you know,
How else though do we get caught up in like YouTube and drama and all that type of shit if we can't pull up screenshots from 8 years ago?
yeah.
True.
Well, you're
True.
right about that. So, would make it a lot more difficult to make drama.
I feel like social media should be legally required to like every day they show you a news feed specifically of what you posted a year ago that day.
Facebook
Right.
does that.
Oh,
Or
To
Facebook.
Yeah,
tell you
yeah, that's called time hop.
like but like with a specific purpose of saying, do you want to delete this? Right? Like that's the whole premise is like,
Mhm.
That's
1
why I
year
check
later.
time hop every single day to make
Yeah.
sure that I didn't put a yikes take like
That
8 or 9
that
years
is
ago when I was a
what,
libertarian.
like when I used Facebook, that's what I did. Like it would show me like, here's something you posted a year ago today, and then I would click on it and delete it. It was usually terrible. Hi, Gracie. I assume, unless that's Ashley using the Femcrit
No.
account in chat for some
It's
reason.
great.
That was actually two reasons why I stopped using Facebook. One, because of just like the evil nature of how it just seems like a little bit more evil than the rest of them.
Yeah.
And I'm just better at Twitter. But the other thing was like seeing, like 3 years ago, and it was like all these like things of like with my ex-wife, and it was just like I could see the fake smile on my own face, and I was like,
Mhm.
I don't want to see this anymore. And I was like, I'm just getting off Facebook.
Yeah.
So maybe instead of deleting, I should have just deleted them. But that,
Mm.
that would have been like a
Yeah.
whole year of a lot of deletions. And then I just deleted my whole thing, and it was like, all right, that's
Yeah.
easier.
I think I went through like 3 Facebook accounts until I finally was like, okay, I'm just not going to use it anymore.
And I've thought about like starting up one just for like left flank and what I'm doing there, like with left flank. But then I was like, like I don't know. Is he going to start like recommending people I do know to me and like, oh hey, it's like that's like Facebook just seems like more of an actual like personal. Hey, like people look at my life and I get to talk to my aunt and see, whatever the fuck and
But how else will you radicalize boomers?
You got two weed
You're
stores
just-
right next to each other.
It's just I would just go to Memorial Day parades with communism or wooden T-shirts on.
I only use Facebook to so my dad can see if I'm alive once a year, right? Like talk to my family and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Are you
I
putting
don't know,
in
my
weed
mom got
stores,
really
by the
mad
way?
today.
Yeah, there's two right next to each other.
All right.
Well, it's I sown some like sustainable commercial, which just means that they're gonna sell whatever the city produces and not import anything. And I think because I'm only doing farming right now, they're just gonna do like weed and I don't know, whatever the eco center does.
Also weed, probably.
Really, I love it.
Every one of them is just weed.
Yeah.
Well,
Colin, you guys are so mean. I use Facebook every day.
oh, we're not mean against people who use Facebook, just mean to Facebook itself as a concept.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
I
most
use
people use
Facebook.
Facebook, or like a lot of people use Facebook. So nothing
I use
against
Facebook.
people, just the website. The website is bad.
It's just for getting libs mad. That's all it is for.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, there's just a lot of people that I was connected to on Facebook, like from the Marine Corps, and yeah, like I got sick of seeing those takes, and like I don't know if it was like if any of y'all have the situation where it's just like I'd just rather not know. Like I'd just rather have like a vague good thought of who this
Yeah.
person was 5 years ago
Oh yeah.
than like have to know the intricate evil thoughts that go on in their mind.
Yeah, no, like probably everyone I grew up with is at this point a Sweden Democrat, and I'd rather live in like blissful ignorance, not knowing whether that's true or not, than actually look them up and see if they are, which they are. But
Yeah.
you don't need to
Yeah,
look
yeah.
it up.
My friends are all Sweden Democrats too.
Yeah. Well, like
You mean you
former
don't
friends
like,
or current friends?
Not formal.
arguing with them, and you don't like, getting those hilarious lib takes, like this person who was they were my roommate when I was in tech school, and they literally were crying to me about landlords because they are one, and they were like, but if that person wasn't paying me rent, I wouldn't be able to afford my second house. In a very literally unironically, just unironically, like.
I kind of had that like thing a couple of days ago. So, there was a woman who I met like the first day of basic training. Like she was my first like military friend, and I like through like we've known each other for like the last 12 years, and it turns out that now her husband is like best friends with my dad, so like the family's now connected, but I still hadn't seen her in a really long time, and I was terrified to like find out she was like right wing and like terrible or whatever. It turns out she's not, but I was like, for the longest time I was just like, oh, what if she is? Like that would just like I don't want to ruin this friendship by finding out. And like I just and there was like really no way around it. But luckily, it turned out okay, and I'm glad for it. But still,
Yeah.
I just had like an awkward moment where it's like, yeah, like old friend is like saying that's like him and his wife are having a kid. And it's like, oh, hey, congratulations, and it's like, oh, I hope it's a boy. And oh God, I just hope your baby's healthy, right? Like, I hope you have a healthy fucking baby. Kind of worried for whatever trauma you're just gonna instill into the little person you raise, but like fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better be a boy.
Yeah, that's what it was like. Okay, I don't even want to be in this conversation anymore.
It better be a boy, or else.
Or else what? You're gonna like, fucking throw your daughter into a river or some shit?
Oh God. Yeah.
oh no.
It's like, oh my God.
Oh, those are like the types of guys that like they're so afraid of getting daughters because it's like, oh, it's because you're sexist. That's why
Yeah.
you're afraid of having a daughter, is because you're sexist and you know that other men are also sexist.
Yeah, you're
'Cause
afraid other people will treat your daughter like you treat women.
Mhm.
Yeah. And these are always like the same dudes who are like, yeah, not all men. But then they'll be like, oh no, all men to their daughters. And you're just like, sir, like, what are you doing? Come on.
Yeah. A bit like how white people are afraid of becoming a minority, like with the whole replacement theory. Like, oh, all these non-white people are coming into this country and having children, and soon white people are going to be a minority. How terrible would it be to be a minority? Like, why do you think that? Why do you think it would be so bad to be a minority? Well, because they treat minorities like shit. That's why.
Yeah. Gracie, I sent you an invite.
Oh, right. Yeah, no. I posted the invite to this server in Vanguard. Gracie is there. She just didn't accept the invite, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Gracie just didn't want to be here. I think.
It's true.
Tisk tisk.
Oh, Azure, I sent you it's like past 9, and I normally start at 9. And
oh yeah, that's fine.
Did you
This is when the non-compete clause comes in, where we're not allowed to stream at the same time as
No. Well, I sent Azure a DM. I sent Azure a DM, but I don't know if Azure is looking at DMs right now
sorry,
because they're no.
Oh yeah.
Do you mind if we just do the overlap, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it's Sunday, so I do the same thing anyway on Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Yeah, no worries. My city
like
is.
Ben, are you like asking like, am I? Hello,
Oh my
test
God.
it. Oh, okay, I'm good.
Look at all these weed shops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Are you choosing to put that many weed shops, or just like an
No.
auto? Like, we produced so much weed, we need to sell it.
I think so. I think they're just. It's just that's how much weed we have, and so that's how many stores we need to get rid of it all.
Fair.
I don't know if Gracie needs like a roll or something to.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. I don't think the rolls do anything.
No.
Gracie should just be able to get in.
Yeah.
Secretary of Veterans Affairs. I'll give that to Gracie.
I just noticed I'm Secretary of Agriculture, and I will confirm that we're only growing weed from now on.
Oh, the roles in the Discord are just it's just a list, and then people are given roles by what order they joined in.
Yeah.
There's only one role left after this, and I don't know what I'm gonna do for the person who joins after that. I might have to just start making shit up.
So what's my role?
Gracie?
Yeah.
You got Secretary of Veterans Affairs.
Oh,
There you go.
damn. I have no experience in this department.
Oh, that's
okay,
no problem.
Gracie. I'm Secretary of State.
Oh, God. You're the last person that needs to be in charge of diplomatic relations.
How dare?
Ben is the Attorney General,
Oh no.
which yeah, I don't know about that one either.
Wow. No, I think that's good. Attorney General. I love it. I'll
Yeah,
go
you
around-
love it, but we don't.
I would be a good Attorney General. Okay. Corruption investigations. I would be on that all the time. Okay.
But you don't investigate your enemies for corruption. I see.
Well, yeah, because leftists can't be corrupt.
I mean, what's the point of having the ability to do investigations if you don't first go after the people who've harmed you in your life?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, Marcus, you're
Listen, that bitch in high school is
Secretary of
gonna get
Energy.
it.
Oh, nice. Secretary of Energy? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm building some solar panels. Is that good?
Yeah. There's just like this thing, Bill, that I got to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, small issue.
Okay.
Nukes, they're like everywhere. And, yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with that in some way. Maybe like can we just launch nukes out into space and have them just like keep going?
Just keep them there so Elon Musk tries to leave the planet. Just
Yeah.
autolock.
Yeah.
Well, we can unlock the nuclear power plant, and then after that, we can unlock a space shuttle thing. So we could put 2 and 2 together, I think.
Nice.
Perfect.
We can have that as a goal. It's part of the 5-year plan.
This is like one of those weird things. But so the Secretary of Energy in the United States, at least, is
Mhm.
actually in control of a substantial small army, in order to protect and like a lot of like the nuclear infrastructure.
Mhm.
But like some of the most trained mercenaries that the United States has to offer work for the Department of Energy.
That's interesting.
Nice.
You gotta protect the coal power plants somehow.
It's all based off like the nuclear waste and
Okay, is this
shit like
better?
that.
Is this better?
What?
But
What is?
Samlin? Oh, sorry. Oh,
Oh.
shoot. Yeah, I'm talking to my chat. They're like they're telling me that the audio levels are all wonky because like okay, so I turned my microphone down to get that sweet smooth waveform so I can get all the peaks and lows, right, and just be right in that nice range. But
And now you're just
it
peaking.
means that I come through quieter on my own OBS compared to people on voice sometimes. And so, yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Well,
That's it.
can't you just up your mic on OBS specifically?
Yeah.
No,
should-
it only goes, the volume level only goes to zero, right? It goes negative to 0. It doesn't have like a crank to go up. You know what I mean?
You can add a filter, an amplify filter.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do
I
that.
don't know.
at
I
some
use
point.
slobs instead of OBS. And like,
Oh,
which is
wow.
Thank you, Pasta.
sorry.
This is a visceral response from Ben right away.
Yo, like, oh shit, my bad, dude. What did
Fair,
slobs do to you? Did slobs like hurt you? Did they like kill your dog or something?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
To be fair, after because I ended up getting like a really big discount on using the Premiere service with Slobs last year, and I didn't know anything about streaming. Well, I thought I had canceled it, but apparently I didn't. And
Oh, shit.
yeah, the next thing I know, I got $120 coming out of my bank account, and I'm like, the day it happened, I called up and I was like, "Hey, listen,
Yeah.
I canceled this, and I don't have $125.
Oh my god.
Like, y'all literally left $5 in my bank account. What the fuck am I gonna do?"
Well,
and-
with OBS Pro, you can,
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, well, there's nothing we can do about it now. As you can see from this terms of service policy, there are no refunds for, service like this." And I'm
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
Great.
Also, it's like we have leveraged your house against this payment as well. Within the terms.
Ashleen came through and she paid for it, which God bless her. So as soon as this year is over, it's already where it won't renew. So as
Gracie,
soon
you
as this
can
year is
thank
over,
the Canadian government for that.
as soon as this year is over, we're gonna switch to Stream Elements because it looks a lot cleaner and it looks like it'd be less on my CPU.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what I heard OBS would do is like the taxes your computer less. But like I tried it once and like I couldn't even fucking
the government
like I don't know. Like I couldn't figure out the settings. And so I just went back to Streamlabs
does a
because
real lot of stuff.
it works. And I'm fucking terrible with tech shit.
I just learned last night what Control plus V means. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
Wow.
ridiculous, crazy. Like so I was trying to get her to put the Discord overlay on there, and it has that little link, right? You got to put in as a source, a browser source, right?
Little link is
like,
an understatement.
Oh, I can't copy paste this in. So she was sitting there writing the whole thing out, and I was like, just use Control V. Come on.
And I was like, wait, you could do that? Oh my god. And then I posted something on Twitter this morning. I was like, y'all, I'm such a fucking boomer. I just realized what Control V does. And then someone gave me like Control A to Z. And I'm like, I am saving this to my phone.
And that's it. I don't even know if that's boomer energy. That's like greatest generation. Like I have no idea how to turn on the phone.
Computer though, like that's the thing. I didn't grow up with a computer and internet access and stuff like that. So like, I don't know. Nobody taught me that. That's just not common knowledge I was taught.
It's like so my grandpa got like back in early 2000s got like a wireless phone, right? And they have that little screen on them where usually says like the time and the number or whatever, right? And he kept calling my dad, says it doesn't work, it just shows the same numbers all the time. My dad goes over there and the little like protective film had numbers on it that he hadn't removed.
God.
Leave Gracie alone, okay? She grew up poor in the backwoods of South Carolina.
Fucking true.
Oh, you got
Y'all,
big.
I didn't get a stable internet connection until after I was out of high school. I think I was 21, 22.
Yeah,
I'm
this
only
was
29,
after
yeah.
Too official.
I was replying to Ashleen with our roleplay on a fucking BlackBerry phone. Like,
Oh, damn.
Oh my god. Okay, you guys. My mom just said in my chat, she's like, can we open with a prayer?
Oh wow.
No.
Yes. Okay, everyone just bow your heads, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Thank
Closed.
you, Lord Cthulhu, for all this death and destruction that you brought across the land.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate your abundance of hatred for everything good and just. And we look forward to more of your blessings. Amen.
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 Mom definitely is not going to appreciate that. Oh my goodness.
We're gathered here today for our Lord, the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Yo, Samelin, thank you for gifting that tier 1 sub.
Well, although, like, even though your mom's gonna hate me now, Ben, can you just ask her how Henry's doing?
Yeah, okay, Mom. Marcus wants to know how Henry's doing. Well, I guess, like, I mean, they can hear you also, right? Everybody in my chat can also hear you.
Yeah.
So my mom, yeah. I'm not just, like, trying to do my stream separately from being on voice. That would be weird.
Just ignoring
Yeah.
everything you're
Like
saying.
going back and forth.
Oh my god.
Ben's watching a video on like a political topic right now and talking about it, and then just muting
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carmen
Can you tell-
K6, thank you for the 100 bits. Okay, I'm sorry.
Need more
I need to mute
agriculture to make enough weed for the shops.
We
It's
got
true.
agriculture.
We need more of it.
All of these All of these are weed farms. They're not called. They might not be called weed farms, but they are, because that's everything we're selling.
God. Exactly.
Also, we need
Yeah.
a name for the city.
We do.
I feel like I have very unfortunate timing because I'm trying to do Fortnite on my stream,
Hmm.
and apparently Rift Tour is starting in like 20 minutes, which is unfortunate because I don't think you can do Rift Tour on stream because it very much has a lot of Ariana Grande's music involved.
Yeah. Your voice sounds very
I don't-
robotic, by the way, Ben.
Oh, are
You
you
just-
serious?
He just opened up Fortnite, so it's
Yeah, your stream is dropping a lot of frames.
And
Mhm.
Ben, what have we said about playing Fortnite on stream? Okay.
This is what happens. Always happens, Ben.
God. This has never happened. I've never tried to do Fortnite on stream before. And Henry is
Killing
good.
your CPU, bruh.
good. So now I feel
I
like I
did
gotta
some-
watch both. I gotta watch both streams now.
Yeah, I'm going back and forth.
Yeah,
I'm
And
gonna
yes, to
actually
answer
go
your
back to
question-
watching Cities Skylines. Sorry, Ben.
that's okay. I did in fact use V-Bucks, right? But the free ones that I had accumulated over time, right? I just have to support my Italian comrades and get the Ariana Grande skin.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Am
They
I
look great.
dropping that many frames?
Oh yeah. It's
Ben,
fucking
yours
slideshow.
is abysmal.
Oh yeah, and I'm
Well, because
sorry.
I have to have
Can we-
like all this random crap open because I'm also like I'm trying to do too much at once, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you're a
no,
still
shut up,
frame right now
Fortnite.
for me.
Come
Yeah,
on.
same. As oh, there you go. Now
Oh,
you're
you
dropping
moved.
in.
You moved a little bit, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see nothing. You're just staring at the screen.
Ben's dream is to play Fortnite on stream. He wants to be a professional Fortnite player on stream. It's just like,
I think you missed the boat on that by like 5 years, bruh.
yeah, he keeps asking the mods, like, should I play Fortnite on stream? Do you guys think I should play Fortnite on stream? We say every time, it's like, no, you shouldn't play Fortnite on stream.
I don't think you can at this point.
Listen, we're
Like-
at that generation where we're like boomers when it comes to like the Fortnite crowd.
Oh my god.
Well,
yeah.
the worst thing is, Ben plays against bots, okay?
I
Like,
don't play against bots.
oh my god, that's what you said last time. So he was playing, right? And he was like, oh, I'm winning all these games and stuff like that. And then, who's talking? Oh, it's Claudia. And
Yeah.
and then he convinced me to play with him. And I came in at, Ben, these are all bots. You're playing
Okay,
against
because
bots.
you were new. Because you're new. You
No.
play against bots when you're brand new. Okay, and you
Oh.
were brand new.
You kept playing against bots after I stopped playing with you. You were kicking you weren't even like, kicking children's ass in that game. You were fighting bots. You were fighting robots.
Can't wait for a 13-year-old to totally own you.
I mean, they would.
I mean, honestly, bots are tougher than some of these kids.
Mhm.
Some of these kids don't know shit. They're just like, I'm gonna stand here and point right at you, and it's like I'm jumping all around, getting you with the shotgun from above. Come on.
I think
Marcus-
the new game that all the
Marcus just,
kids are
like,
playing though
builds,
is Genshin.
Genshin?
Oh, so that seems
No.
like I don't build. The building
No,
thing,
actually.
that's too advanced. People who
Yeah.
like, oh my lord.
But
It-
like that's why I don't like it. Fortnite would be all right if it wasn't for the building. Like, I don't know. When I play Battle Royale, the only Battle Royale that I've actually enjoyed playing is Apex Legends. Because it has that kind of like old school, fast paced, like Quake Doom feel to it.
Mhm.
Yeah, like so
There
the
we go.
first time I played Fortnite was for a fundraiser I think like the Surf was doing. Or no, it wasn't. It was Jordan Ewell. He did a like I think a 24-hour stream playing Fortnite, with a whole bunch of different people. and like I had to like download the game to play. Actually, like the first time I played, I took the Switch from my partner's kid, just like literally grabbed it out of his hand while he's playing it. And I was
My
like, I need to
God.
fucking raise money. No, that didn't happen.
It's for a good
But
cause, okay?
I tried to. I borrowed his for a little bit, and I was like, "This sucks. Let me try and download it on my computer." And then I mean, now it's like usually every morning I'll like play a match or two just to like I don't know feel something before I start
Mhm.
watching the news.
To feel alive.
Yeah, like literally, it's become like a part of my morning ritual of like drinking some coffee and just like either getting my ass handed to me within the first like minute, or just running around doing random shit. And yeah, it's not bad.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
Ashley, kids aren't
What?
playing Genshin. Kids are not playing Genshin.
Yeah, they are.
Just
Yeah, they are.
not
Guys
not
is the best battle
not as
royale.
much as you think they are.
Gracie, my little sister, who is 17 and a cool, like, hip Zoomer, is playing it. So I assume all the kids are playing it.
Mhm.
How
my
dare.
God. Oh
Look,
my
Genshin,
God.
Genshin Impact is huge in Japan right now.
I don't know what Genshin is.
Me neither.
It's like an RPG.
The video game.
Like a rocket propelled grenade.
Yep. A lot like that.
Cool.
That's what the kids are doing these days. They're
I
playing
would-
Rocket
They're
League.
playing around with our RPGs, right? Those,
That's funny. I should know. I am the in charge. I am the Secretary of Veteran Affairs. So.
Mhm.
Nice.
oh my God.
All the anime
Well-
kids play Genshin. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense because my sister, while being very cool, is a weeb. But
Oh my god!
I made her
Anime
one.
is so mainstream now. It's not an excuse.
I know.
You got bullied for it, but the kids these days don't.
No, I'm well
Yeah, they're all
aware.
weebs now. Yeah.
No, I'm well aware that like it's very popular. Like it's not the same like it was when I was a kid, obviously.
Now
But
the weebs are the ones who do the bullying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Look
cycle.
at this person here not watching an anime. Wow. You know.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't watch anime, but that's
Yeah.
me.
But like when she told me
Wow.
though that she was watching anime because her first one was Hunter x Hunter, and that's like not your typical first one. And I was just so proud because I was such a huge Hunter x Hunter like fangirl circa like 2007, right?
I know a
And
lot
that
of
was
people
even-
whose first anime was Hunter x Hunter.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's pretty popular in the
Does
West.
Dragon Ball Z
No,
count?
I know, but like I'm
think
talking
so.
about way back when I was watching it, like this was
Okay.
before the new one. This was like the old one that I was watching.
Okay.
I'm
I love
old,
how the
okay?
description, Steve, is like the Zoomers are all playing Raid Shadow Legends #ad.
Yeah.
My God. Oh
By the
my
way,
God.
if you want to play Raid Shadow Legends
my God.
/ left flank vets,
Oh,
get your promo code. No.
Oh no.
Every YouTuber, every like YouTuber I watch that does movie reviews has done Raid Shadow Legends at least once for a sponsor, and I'm just like, the best ones are from Mr. GG, in my opinion. Mr. GG has like the best sponsorship, like switch-ins.
Hmm.
Hey Ben, what's your name on
Raid
Fortnite?
Shadow Legends.
It's
Rage.
bleep lump Ben. It's bleep lump Ben. It's just me. I'm a very findable person. I'm a very public, very
Wait.
eminently
Do you guys
present
know what Ben's
person.
username on Pokemon Go is?
Bleep Blump
The
and
blonde Pokemon.
No. It is Rick Sanchez. Like,
Jesus.
Come on, Ben.
Doing it now too.
This
Hard
was from like
time.
4 years ago. That's from like 4 years
this is
ago,
still not an
right?
excuse, Ben.
It's from like 4 years ago. It was when,
You were an adult. You could drink back then. Okay, that's not an excuse.
I could drink since I was like 18. Yeah, I remember I lived in
I
Germany
could drink since
when
I was like fucking 0 years
you know?
old.
Oh my God.
Denmark doesn't have a legal drinking age.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. So long as you have
Like-
parental supervision, a child of any age can drink.
Can the adult that's supervising you also be shit-faced? Because then I
Yes.
don't.
Probably.
Okay, well then I
Yeah.
don't
I
see
think, like,
how.
statistically speaking, it's probably more likely that they are if you think about it.
Yeah, that doesn't make
Right.
it. That makes it even worse, right? Like,
Like, yeah.
Haley coming
Yeah,
in
most
with the
definitely.
roast. I swear, Ben's entire personality is "How do you do, fellow kids?"
Rude. Okay, rude. Wow.
It's only rude because
Ben-
it's true.
Ben, you should just leave that match and let me play with you.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. We're gonna own the libs by winning Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
okay, so one thing that just was a horrible experience I had. So I used to do like groundskeeping, and we took care of like the outside of like a middle school, and on break the kids were standing in a circle doing Fortnite dances at each other. I almost just left the work site. I was like, this is I hate this.
Yeah, like don't they have like drugs to do, like
Yeah,
under a
exactly.
bleacher or something?
My
Like,
God.
shouldn't you be
Don't
like
they have
fucking?
some kid to bully, beat up, or whatever?
Yeah,
Like, come on.
yeah. Like, go like take your parents' cigarettes or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
No, they vape
exactly.
now.
Like just
They don't
smoke
smoke
behind
cigarettes.
outside of school grounds, like normal kids. Like, come on.
Yeah.
No, it's all about vaping and doing Fortnite dances now.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Okay. That's
Why are
pretty
the
simple.
buses not using the bus lanes? What's the point of having bus lanes if the buses aren't using them?
They
Come
don't
on.
adhere
Oh, yo, what's
to
up,
your
Sal?
rules.
Oh, what's up, Sal?
Wow, Sal, you were in Azure's chat and now you left to go in Ben's chat? I see how it is.
Pretty fucked up.
Wow. Okay, I see how
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Saying hello to Chai, who's in the stream
Oh,
chat.
hello, chat.
Hey.
Hi, Chai.
Oh, hi, Jay.
Somebody
Don't
asked a
worry.
very, very high level idea question in my chat, and I want to open it up to the group, which there's an obvious answer. Should any body of persons, central or local, should have power that exceeds the individual? Yeah. Yeah, of course, right? That's called like a government, right? That's called like that's yes.
In before
Yeah.
no mask rant.
Yeah, oh my god. Oh my god. I feel like everybody agrees with that though, right? The only time people say they don't agree with it is when they just don't agree with what the government does, right? Government is good only if it does all the things I want it to.
You heard it
Which,
here
as a
first. Ben
socialist,
loves the government a lot.
yeah, I do.
You're just stuck in a hierarchical mindset, Ben. It's gotta.
Quite
Did
Did
well.
you know there's
I
a plant-based
like it,
alternative
okay?
to vaping called cigarette? Oh my god, dear Frederick.
Oh my god.
It's true.
Technically.
It's
Many,
like
many
it's
people
like
have
a
been saying this.
it's like a circle, right? Like people went to vaping because it's better. Then like vaping was bad, so now people are going back to smoking again.
Yeah.
Just go back and forth like that.
Julie's like, yeah, I'm stealing that joke.
I mean, smoking isn't better.
No.
Certainly not.
I mean, both give you cancer.
Correct.
Yeah, but which one gives me cancer faster?
Exactly. Those are the real.
Sound like my
Exactly.
boyfriend. Or sounds like that joke from Gabriel Iglesias where it's like, yeah, I have diabetes, so heart disease will kill me in 30 years, while diabetes will kill me in 10. So I'm just gonna eat greasy junk food that doesn't have bread to it.
Yeah.
I used to have a friend of mine that said that they would rather die with clogged arteries and a smile on their face. And you know what? Fair. Do you,
Yeah.
I guess.
I think as Bart Simpson quotes,
Holy
die
shit.
young and live a fat corpse.
Oh my god.
This child is walking. Oh, no, never mind. child
ever
was just
click on
walking in
them?
front of the bus on the bike lane.
You ever click on them and analyze where they're going and coming from? All the
Uh,
characters.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
see. Where are you going? No, the child. I want to select the child.
To the weed shop. of
Uneducated child going to school. Wait, oh, okay. So they're currently uneducated, but they're on their way to become educated. That makes
Exactly.
sense.
Does he have a
We love
school
to see it.
near their house?
Doesn't
Yeah,
seem like
he's
it.
biking to school right now.
Oh, excellent.
Bling bling. Oh, here it is. This is the school.
Yeah, I don't know. As for the smoking thing, I use nicotine lozenges, right? That's what I use. They're the least destructive way to consume nicotine.
Don't those give you?
Nicotine.
Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
I've never even heard of those.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
know that
those
was a
give you
thing.
like a lot of like stomach acid issues? Like you don't have any fucking heartburn sucking on those all day?
Not any more than you would get smoking.
Smoking doesn't give me heartburn, baby. Smoking makes me feel alive.
Eat Prilosec.
Smoking makes me feel something.
My God. Oh my God.
You know what I love most about this country? Trick question. I love everything about this country. That's why I eat Prilosec.
That was bordering on a very good Obama impression, I gotta say. If you just
Yeah,
had
yeah.
seen it, like the intonation was like spot
Yeah,
on.
it was like if you change like minor change in the tone and add the like his like the Obama signature like you like dead on. And now I'm just hearing Michael Brooks
Yeah, exactly.
do his and Obama. I just want to degrade the white man.
See,
Make
my
some
mind immediately
stupid
went to
money.
Pete Buttigiig, who denied it vehemently, but most definitely was his entire career just trying to do an Obama impression.
Yeah.
Like he's like, how can I sound like Obama without being very obvious about it?
Mm-hmm.
Glad you liked the Suicide Squad movie. I don't feel so alone. I thought it was damn good. The new one that just came out this weekend.
Oh, there was a
So.
new one?
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
like the superhero movies.
it's not a superhero movie at all. It's definitely
It's
an anti-hero
movie?
movie.
Well, it's the same thing, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, because like
You
the
mean-
first one, I remember watching in theaters and being vastly disappointed. But
James
This one
Gunn, I
has-
think, did a really good job with this one.
oh well, yeah. Like when I heard that James Gunn was attached, I was like, it'll probably turn out pretty good.
It was good. It had a lot of big name folks in it. Like a lot. Peter Capaldi was like a quote unquote villain, which is really though I think it's fair to say that American imperialism was the real villain. And forced
Well, that's
prison
always true,
labor,
isn't it?
so that's pretty good.
So
I
wait,
feel
is
like
this
the
third
original-
Suicide Squad movie that's come out then over
It's
like
the
past,
second,
like,
'cause
2
Birds
years?
of Prey is technically not a Suicide Squad movie.
Oh my God.
So
That one was also great.
yeah. Seen it yet, but I want to. But I think a really good job was done with this one. I laughed quite a bit, and I also was like, "Ooh, I wonder what they're saying here." But you know what they're saying.
Wait. I just found an amazing headline from Swedish news today.
Okay.
It's a nude bather threatened the life of a bird watcher. And the bird watcher reported him to his police saying, I feared for my life.
God.
There's a lot going on in that.
Well, the
This is why we
birdwatcher
need
wouldn't-
stand your ground laws.
Yeah.
The birdwatcher
God.
wouldn't stop trying to fucking analyze his pecker.
Yeah. The bird watcher was just watching his pecker. That's why.
My
Ben,
God.
can you shoot this alien off my head?
I don't know how good my aim is gonna be. You don't like the alien? I usually like those aliens being on my head, so I can run faster and jump higher.
Yeah, but then you're less, you got less health because they eat your health
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, so I like to live. I like to live dangerously.
Man, it sure
Well.
becomes confusing with our 2 streams going on at once.
Yeah. I'm gonna start streaming another game as well while we're talking.
Yeah, Grom, let's
Sorry.
do it.
I'm sorry. Look, I have to keep my schedule at 9 a.m. I promise people that I stream every day. If I don't do it, then I'm gonna literally break as a person.
Here we go again with the non-compete form that we signed being thrown in our faces.
Oh my god.
Oh, I was gonna stream at noon, but I overslept and I didn't even mention it and no one cared.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't even anyone here who was like, "You're 2 hours late."
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Ben's
well,
saying
it
though, because
happened
I get
once.
like we don't start on schedule, and I'm like, oh my god, because I have a very limited amount of time that I can stream, which is typically like 8 p.m. Eastern to 11:30 to midnight. You
Oops.
know,
Yeah.
that I don't stream during the day because too much chaos in my house. So, and I work full time, so like. If we don't start on time, that's less time that we stream. And I like to stream at least 3.5 hours every time.
Hmm.
I feel like this is a jab at me.
Oh my god.
Ashley,
God.
if you're feeling attacked, then you have something to feel guilty over because it was
Damn.
not a jab at you.
No, I know.
Ashley, I feel personally attacked.
Yeah, we are, Zach. Me and Marcus are getting our military training here. This is very exactly like being in the military playing Fortnite is.
Yeah,
It's
Marcus-
really
I guess
insane.
all
I was in the
military
military.
members
I
wear
was in the
thigh high glitter boots and glittery skirts and look like, you know, an Ariana Grande Britney Spears crossover.
Listen,
Look,
if
I'm just
that
gonna
worked,
say, yeah,
they would probably do a better job at recruiting if that was the case.
yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
probably would have stayed in longer. If the outfits were better, like why not?
Now this
Ben,
reminds me of
honestly-
like the Israeli, like the Israeli Defense Force thirst traps that they like legit like have.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
women
Oh,
like play
yeah.
those roles, like it, like social media influencer.
Yeah.
But you're recruiting for the IDF.
They do that for like those like heritage traveling stuff where they have like Americans going to
Yeah,
getting like paid a sponsor to go to Israel, and then
Yeah.
they put like a bunch of these IDF women there.
Yeah.
Or they
Ethan
offer
Klein
the
talked
IDF
about
women. Yeah.
About how
Well,
like
that's literally how he went there, and like how he met what's her
Hila.
name? Ela. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got offered at one of those trips. This is like years ago. When I first started getting in like government and advocacy shit. But this one organization I was with, they had like some paired event with APAC, which is like the large lobbying group for Israel here in the United States. And then like, yeah, this guy's like literally like, oh yeah, you like that? Yeah, we can get you a trip. We can get you like in a few weeks. You could have get you a trip, all this stuff like that. And it was like fucking nuts because that's where it's like they have loads and loads of money to just send people on these little like Israel trips.
Yeah.
And it's like what people talk about like North Korea and like state sanctioned sites and all that shit. It's like that's what they literally do.
Yeah. Are you Jewish? Personal question.
No.
but
No. But yeah, it was just like honestly, it was just the fact that I was working with another group. It was like a veterans group and stuff like that that had some pretty big pull. They were just like, oh, if you're with them, then like, yeah, no matter what you want, because at the end of the day, they need people who are advocates for the project. So even having a black dude that's not Jewish, go up and say, oh yeah, this is dope.
Back there.
I see.
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine who's Jewish, who, God, he went there about 2 years ago.
Oh, fuck me.
It's part of kind of like a heritage trip kind
Yeah.
of deal.
Aliyah.
And
Or no,
like-
Aliyah is immigration. Never mind.
they had like a whole planned like guided tour for like a couple of days while he was there.
Yeah.
Just really walking him through all the stages of like a lot of like indoctrinating type stuff. You know, he was like, he came back, he's like, my God, like the amount of propaganda that they're just kind of like layering in to these things when you're just looking at historical sites or like the many Holocaust museums and stuff like that. And you're like, oh man, like I could, you know, I was there to enjoy my time there, but like really, like I just couldn't deal with the amount of just like blatant propaganda they were just tossing in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he travels the world a lot, and that was the one time he's like, I didn't feel like I could really enjoy this trip as much as I would have.
To where?
Israel.
Oh, you went to Israel?
I did not. Jesus Christ. I'm talking about a friend.
Were you not listening?
No.
He was not listening.
Of course not.
He's like setting up his stream right now. And all that
No,
shit.
no. I just zone people out sometimes. Just
Oh,
willy
thanks.
nilly.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But whenever I feel someone's not worth listening to, I just stop listening immediately.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Well,
exactly.
okay, so I had this friend that I grew up with, right? And I'm
Oh,
not
now we're
saying you
supposed
are-
to listen to you.
Listen to
okay.
you. Exactly.
But he had the kind of voice, right, that is just super hard to focus on, right? So like when he was talking, you always just automatically zoned him out because like
Wow.
there was just something about his voice that just made you not able to focus
Are
on
you
it.
saying that about me right now?
No, I
think
said
you might just be
like
a
not
bad
about
friend.
you.
Terminal Ben Stein voice.
My
I'm taking a week off
Honest,
of work.
though.
Next week.
I'll be
I'll fly to
honest.
Sweden and beat your ass.
I'm too big for you.
Wow.
Sorry, what was that,
Wow.
Gracie?
I said, I'll be honest though, there are some people, and I think it's just like the ADHD, right? Like, especially if they put a lot of placeholders in. If someone is constantly going like, I have such a hard time paying attention because
Yeah.
there's so many placeholders in their speech pattern. And it's just like, I feel like a piece of shit. You know? And I'm like, I used to be this way. I used to speak in this very stunted way because, you know, you have to practice at public speaking and you have to practice at making people, you know, watch your stuff and, you know, understand you and learn to stop using placeholders and pausing so awkwardly. And
Mm.
I'm just like, I feel like such a piece of shit
My
because I have such a hard time paying attention.
I have a friend that can't listen to Ben and his streams.
It's
Because
me.
Ben
I'm the friend.
repeats Ben repeats himself. Like he'll say something and then immediately repeat it, like for emphasis almost. And you do that a lot, Ben. And my friend was like, I can't. I can't. It's bothering me.
Yo,
My
I
God.
like that
My
though.
God.
Like there were like watching a lot of the old like Kwame Ture like videos.
Oh.
He would do that all the time. Loved it. Absolutely.
Yeah, very true. Very
Love-
true.
He would say something like the last 5 words of a sentence. He would repeat the last 5 words of the sentence. He would do that a lot more when he was younger,
Mm.
when they were doing the kind of like educational courses at college campuses and stuff like that. But like he would do that. It would like, but it would make you stop for a second and not listen to the train of words and really absorb what was just said and think about it for a second. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of
It
the whole
works.
point of like repeating something is so that people can actually like internalize.
Yeah, no, I don't.
What you're
You
saying,
don't do
you
it on.
know?
No, don't pretend you do it on purpose because you don't do it on purpose. It's like a replacement for one of your ums, right? Like that's what it is when you're trying to move on to the next point, and you don't want to say or something, so you just repeat it again to give
I'm
yourself
down.
a break.
So the Sunday beat up on Ben session. Welcome everybody.
Oh.
That's
I'm
every
not
day.
saying that
It's every
you
day,
know,
bro.
I still use like and them as placeholders. It's just that when someone is speaking and they are just really nervous and they will put a placeholder between every single word, it just it makes it really hard for me to focus, and that's just how my brain works when they're talking. My new hire says okay a lot. Okay, 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 and I'm like, oh no, this is not. It's
You do that
every
in,
time I say something. Okay.
Something that
in
was like, which
Japanese, you're kind of supposed to say okay or say yes, like while you're listening to someone speaking, and it doesn't mean that like I'm agreeing with what you're saying. You're just saying I'm like I hear what you're saying. I'm listening to what you're saying, and it's the polite thing to do.
52-year-old white lady though. So,
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
say one thing that like, and this is like a little tip for white people out there. Okay, so just saying the term black is fine. It's fine. Okay, when you talk about black people, it is fine. Now, when you say black, that sounds like bad, you know?
Over like
If you put an article in front of a descriptor like the gays.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
the-
yeah. Well, that's
God.
yeah, that's bad.
That's-
But like, there's a lot of
That's
people who
racist.
are not racist or not meaning bad, you know, like in any way. But if you stumble through just saying black people, it makes it sound like you're
Well,
racist.
I think like
It's like black people.
Yeah.
It's very much.
It's almost like that whole like, you know, when you get in closer and you're like whispering and you're like, it's black people. And it's like, yikes.
I think for some folks though, it's a matter of like they're just used to saying African American, and you know, African American doesn't apply to every single black person that lives in the U.S. But
I mean, yeah,
it was a
literally me.
blanket term, and
Yeah.
so some people actually do think that saying black people is racist, and I'm like, but
Yeah.
it's not though. Just say black people. It's
Just say
fine.
black people.
It's like it's like the term Native American. It's like
Yeah,
some indigenous people use it, but the most commonly used term for indigenous people living in the continental US is Indian American or American Indian. Not Indian American, American Indian. Indian American is if you're from the
Is
country of
someone
India.
from India?
Yeah.
Or
American Indian, because like you
yeah.
have the Bureau of American Indian Affairs and stuff. Like American Indian is the term that's mostly used by indigenous people in the continental US. Like if you're ever gonna use a term for like all of the quote unquote Native Americans in the continental US, like if you're using a broad descriptor for that group, which like natives don't tend to do, because historically like there hasn't been a word for that, and like, you know, it's a bit like saying Afro-Eurasian or Eurasian. It's like no one really uses it because it's too broad of a descriptor. But if you're gonna use a word to talk about indigenous people in America, at least from what I know, Native people themselves tend to use American Indian.
Yeah.
Like 3 chuds just come in Ben's chat all at once.
Oh, yeah, it was that same
Bug on
person
you.
that was harassing us, the 23andMe.
Oh God.
Oh, like all of the names have something to do with 23 centimeters.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, you might get a few of those accounts coming up.
I might need an explainer offline of what the fuck that's supposed to mean.
Oh, I think it's a dick joke.
Well, I banned. Let's see.
Cute.
Not gonna lie, no matter what it is, no matter how numerically anything is, anything measured in centimeters to me is small.
My fucking god. All right, we're not doing this.
There was
We're
one
not
of
doing
those alts that'll come in, and they were 423 or something.
Yo, what's up? $27.
It's like 423 centimeter long Jesus, and I'm like, that would mean Jesus is 4 meters tall.
Mhm.
over 4 meters tall, that's a giant Jesus.
Wait, what do we? You got a raid from 23 centimeters. They had 7 viewers, so they're setting up troll raids. Oh God.
If it's only 7, we could handle that shit easy clap. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
Wait, what did Roadrunner do?
Roadrunner, like it's just
Roadrunner's being Roadrunner.
yeah.
Annoying as hell.
Roadrunner
Not relevant
is
at all.
for everybody's information. Roadrunner is very young, and they get too much at times. So I timed them out for a day.
Hmm.
But they're
What if
very young.
Jesus was Goliath?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be an upset
Great,
in
if
the
they
Bible?
ended up being in your chat last night after I raided into you, I ended up having to put an hour and a half followers only mode on just so they would stop commenting about 23 centimeter long appendages.
Oh, good Lord.
Curious. Yeah.
That's like really sad though, right? Like
That's what I was
imagine
thinking.
having nothing better to do in your life. Like
That's what I was saying last
literally.
night.
Wait, is that big time famous streamer $27 in your
It
chat?
is. It's the legendary, the one and only, the partnered streamer.
Yeah.
$27
The
hanging out
big
in my
boy,
chat.
$27.
Indeed it is.
Also known as
Indeed
the
it is.
Neon Spider. I saw that
God.
Twitter post. It was cool.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
David's like, shut up.
Oh my God.
Just shut the fuck up. Just
That's Ben all the time though. Whenever he talks about Azure.
anybody
True,
with
I-
like a
Well, I
purple
want
check
him to do
mark
that,
that
though. I
comes
asked
in
him to do
Ben's
that.
chat.
Yeah, that was one of the conditions of Azure hanging out on Ben's stream was that
Yeah.
you know
Specifically, the word legendary was asked for. It
Mhm.
was,
yeah, Galaxy Brain, just everything legendary YouTuber,
yeah.
the whole caboodle.
And change your category to Fortnite. Let's see what we can get going in chat here.
Oh my God. I think I'm gonna stay
You
in
can do what
politics.
that one guy was doing before he got banned, you know, in being evangelical while playing Fortnite, you know? You
God.
can be a
Mm.
socialist while playing Fortnite.
Yeah,
See, if they were a
indoctrinate the
real
kiddos.
Christian, they would drop all of their items and give their items to the poor.
No,
That's,
they ended up getting banned for telling a Muslim kid to go fuck themselves.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
jeez.
It was worse than that. It was
Pretty
worse
cringe.
than that, but we're just gonna go with that's what he said.
Yikes.
So, yeah.
I just want to see a
Yeah.
bunch of 12-year-olds come into Ben's chat, call him a noob to his face.
Wow.
You don't even build.
I
You're just
really
ratting.
appreciate
You're just
all the
ratting
faith
all of these rounds.
everybody has in me. We're not ratting. We're out
You guys are
here.
ratting. You're scurrying on the
like-
ground like rats. Look at you.
What do you?
No-
Oh my
no
God!
building?
Rat
Like, what do you
noble
want us to just
creatures.
not walk at all?
I don't
Do
know
you
what
just want us to not walk at all?
ratting.
you-
Is that a
ratting-
thing?
Ratting is when you kind of like avoid action throughout the whole game and just kind of sneak around until you get to like the top few, right? That's
Oh.
called ratting.
They're
When
not doing
you're because like usually, I mean, when I play Apex and stuff like that, like you're supposed to look for fights, right? Because that's how you gear up the most efficiently, right? So whenever you hear a fight, you run to the fight and participate. But these rats, they will sneak around like the little rats they are until the end of the game.
Oh my
hiding in
god.
bushes and shit, and then
You
they just
little
Wow.
disgusting rats.
Yeah. I mean, you'll often see them because, like, sometimes they'll make it to be like the top two, right?
Hmm.
And there they are with like no gear whatsoever, and all they've done is just sneak around the whole game.
Well, they wait to like third party a
Yeah.
team battle when everyone's weak as shit, trying to
Well,
like
I mean, that's
trying to
just
like
smart. I mean,
heal,
third partying is like a practice you should be doing.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you know what? Ratting got worse, honestly. When what was that character's name? Loba, where you could just like
oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so
like
you could just time
take
warp all the
shit.
gear you want
Yeah,
that's in the surrounding area, you know?
yeah.
So you could just like literally you could just rat the whole game and be leveled up.
20 kills and win. You know how hard it is to get 20 kills? You'd have to kill 1 out of every 5 people in the entire game to get 20 kills on Fortnite.
Kronos, I haven't played Apex in a while. I do play it sometimes with my cousin, which is not fun because my cousin is extremely good at Apex Legends. So when I play with them, like these people will just like they have like head-seeking bullets or something like that. It's ridiculous.
I'm updating mine right now, Grom. If you want to do
I
a
don't
dual
have it
stream,
installed.
let-
No, I don't have it installed right
well,
now.
start it now. And a couple hours from now, we could do a dual stream. I'll talk about zoning in Chicago
God.
like that while we're
Oh my
clapping.
god.
While we're
Oh my
just
That
god.
sounds like a
cheeks out here.
dream right there.
Yeah. I'll talk about bureaucratic messes.
What is
on
everybody?
stream.
Everybody just trying to get in on the Sunday stream biz now? Like, is
We're
that
all
what's
just gonna
happening?
stream. Like
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
firing
Not-
up their streams.
Like,
This
I
is-
keep a very regular schedule. Every Sunday, I open voice so that all my friends can join me. And then now everybody's all grown up, and I'm just lonely here, just playing Fortnite. That's what's gonna
I'm
happen.
literally right here playing Fortnite with you, and you're talking about how lonely you are.
No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about
Wow.
the future. I'm talking
Wow.
about the
Just
future.
erase-
Okay,
erase
This is
Marcus.
The black
the-
erasure.
Wow.
that is gonna
yeah, you heard
happen.
it here first.
Yeah, and
Wow.
Marcus
Oh my lord.
and Marcus is at is blue check marked and a partner and
Yeah.
and you're treating him like this. Come
I've
on,
got more.
Ben.
Yeah, like
Mark-
I got more
The
check marks
VIP
than
treatment. That,
anybody else
and-
in here.
Wow. Wow.
It
We-
started
we
with the
hear-
Mega Minnesota takes, honestly.
Uh,
Do the whiteification of America over here.
Wow.
Ashley and I, we are elitists. We only prop up purple and blue check marks, and Marcus has both.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
That's-
Well,
that's what's
just
up.
wait. Okay. Just you wait. Okay. Give it like
just
Keep
you
working on
wait,
those memes,
Henry
Ben.
Higgins, just
give
you
me like
wait.
a week, right? Well, so I'm on TYT now, right? And they're all verified. So I'm gonna use that, right?
Mm.
This is the game, right? I'm gonna use my presence on the Young Turks to try and get verified on Twitter. And then I'm gonna use the Twitter verification to get that sweet partnership.
What
It's
the
all
fuck is
ladder.
Minnesota?
Finding that clout letter.
all-
Who does all the memes and
Yeah.
digging through Twitter for the perfect old tweets on your on the left flank? That's Twitter. Is that all you, Marcus?
Interns.
I mean, like me, I'd say me, Dick, and Lorax.
You guys are
We
just
kinda,
fucking headshotting every tweet. Honestly,
it's not like once you figure it out, because that's the thing is finding out oh hey, these old tweets. It's more of just guessing. Did someone say something?
oh yeah, because they're
And so it's you just put in the search bar of Kristen Cinema, for instance,
easy.
recently got her with a good one because she was talking about how environment plus blah 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 blah, and then it's just well, what does Kristen Cinema? What did she say about the Green New Deal? I don't know for a fact. I'm just guessing whatever she said about the Green New Deal sucks ass. And then guess what? It did. And so that way it's oh, you got him, and that's what happens a lot. And I think even you get Ken Klippenstein is the champ
Mm-hmm.
of owning people on Twitter.
So you come up with the roast before you find the person, and then you find the person to apply the roast to.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
that's
that's some of the things, yeah. But I mean, I guess some of it's if you read something that seems ridiculous, you could easily just check to see if has that person said something opposite of what they're saying now recently, and it's usually yes. If especially it's any of these established Democrats talking about labor, talking about environment, they've got a take recently that sucks ass, guaranteed.
Yeah.
I
I
was
bet,
trying to get cover,
Let's
and
don't
then
fuck with the clip.
I bet
Marcus
Kirsten
is
Cinema
sitting-
only opposed the Green New Deal for anti-imperialist reasons.
Yeah.
Marcus, behind you, you have real people.
Real people, as
He's
opposed to
sitting
the
here
bots.
You guys
goofing
are
around
like
with
double
his
teaming this
chicken,
bot
right?
and
He's just
struggling. Yeah,
poking
I'm
around
still
with his
alive.
chicken,
Still alive
yeah.
though. Still,
Yeah, true.
I saved
true.
your ass like earlier in the game, and then you were
That's
like,
true, yeah.
Marcus isn't even here. I'm so lonely. Like,
Marcus
Oh my
is just
God,
like
oh my
getting
God.
the worst into the stick here.
yeah,
Yeah, and $27, you're right in chat. You don't want to. If there's one person you don't want to ever piss off, it's Ken Klippenstein, because he will FOIA you. Right?
Eviscerate is a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um,
I don't even know who
yes,
that
wing.
but yeah, really, it's like
There are
anyone,
buses.
anyone can own any of these motherfuckers because they all lie. They're all hypocrites. You know, you just got to be able to like just find the right keyword for the whatever tweet, and then yeah.
Oh, that actually reminds me, Marcus, right? Have you heard of this technology? So there's this thing, right? Like that when I was running a campaign, somebody was trying to sell me on, right? They were trying to sell me on. Where basically what it is it is like a text database that is linked to video on C-SPAN, which is like searchable. So you can search a person and a keyword and find anything that they've ever said on C-SPAN along those keywords, right? And so specifically for like calling out really crummy politicians.
Yeah. I don't
Do you
know
know
that
what
that
that is?
I don't know. Like I know it's possible. Everyone like so C-SPAN is like like it's literally just Congress. Um and so everything that gets said on C-SPAN is like pretty much archived. Um so yeah, I think it's possible, but what would that take is like literally everyone coming through and inputting all of that fucking data and all that shit and like the ability. So like I don't know what that is, but it sounds something feasible.
Yeah, they were just trying to sell me on that, and honestly, low key, part of me wanted to do that, right? Oh shoot. Okay.
Wait, isn't it all congressional record anyway? Like, why would you need the C-SPAN video and all
No,
that?
it's
data
to make
for-
it searchable. It's so that it's searchable. So you
Right,
can just say
right.
like, what's everything that like Chuck Schumer said about climate change, right? You just search Chuck Schumer, you search climate change, and it pulls up a bunch of video of Chuck Schumer saying random
Yeah.
stuff about climate change. Like it's just
27
good for doing stuff like that.
$27 says sourcing supports an expert with that C-SPAN shit. Also, he's very good at looking up donations. If anyone ever needs to check some info on a politician, Sourcing is the man.
Yeah. So and like with donation stuff like that, like Open Secrets is a good like first layer. But what? And I don't know if sourcing does this, but like I had a buddy that used to help me out with some some stuff, but he would download the whole FEC filing. And then so that's like the information that the candidates have to like, and actually, officials have to put through is like you have to file within the FEC. You can download that data and then comb through that. And so like that's what Open Secrets uses. But there's a whole lot of like just more information there than what they even put up on the site.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how
I
am I
agree.
gentrifying? How am I gentrifying neighborhoods? What are you talking about?
Wouldn't put it past you. Sounds like something you do, sure.
I am not gentrifying.
Makes sense. Makes sense. What he didn't actually tell you, okay, is this city with this skyline is actually in the middle of it's in the middle of like Nigeria. He's just going in and like gentrifying everything and colonializing everything. Right.
Wasn't anything
mean-
here when I started. It was empty.
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say.
Oh my god.
Also, you're the
When-
one that was like, we should just go to Africa and build a bunch of hydroponic farms.
Yeah.
That's not what I said. That's not what I
Yeah,
said.
you
I
do.
said
We should have a charity that goes to Africa and sets up a bunch of hydroponic farms.
That's
That was
very,
your
very
idea.
different. Okay, that's very, very different. Okay, I
Not
said,
really.
okay. It is. Okay, the difference between sending people equipment to do aquaponic farming if they want, okay, it's very different than, building crap for them. Okay, it's very, very
I
different.
mean, your original thing was that you were gonna go and set up a bunch of hydroponic farms in Africa.
Hmm.
You're literally just like making this up right
No,
now. This
I'm
is
not making
literal
this up. That was the original take. Okay, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, also, it's like, if they want to. Like, so if you send mining equipment for, like, and like child uniforms for going mining for cobalt mines, you send a bunch of that to the DRC and just like, you can mine cobalt and use child labor if you want to.
So wait. So children in mines is the same as aquaponic
No.
gardens now?
No,
Like,
you're
is
missing the
this what
point.
we're
No, that's not my point.
like?
I'm saying that you're providing them with only one alternative, and then you're saying you can do this if you want to, but you're not giving them an
Aquaponic shit is
alternative.
useful for like tons of other stuff.
Yeah, but that's not my point. I'm
You're
saying
missing the
you're
point,
saying
man.
that you're giving people this equipment and they can do it voluntarily if they want to, but you're not giving them an alternative. You're only giving them the
Well,
hydroponics.
That's because, to be clear, the specific problem that exists in the Lake Chad region right now as we speak is the drying up of their lakes and the desertification of their farmland. So they are both desperate to bring back fish
Yeah,
into
I
their
get it.
local
I
food
get it.
economy
You
and
think
like local.
hydroponics is the
It's
solution, but you're also saying that they are doing this voluntarily, but they're not, because you're only giving them one option.
Ben wants to come in on
You
like
asked.
hanging from
You-
the rappel rope
Oh
of
my
a Black
God.
Hawk helicopter, just as a savior riding in with hydroponic farms attached to the realm. Don't worry, I'm here.
Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't both say that, like, this is the only solution and, well, they're gonna have a choice whether to do it or not.
It's not the only solution, right? But also,
But you're only
right,
giving them
like,
one option.
oh my God.
Like, what else?
I feel like this is literally like the most like disingenuous like take on what I said literally years ago as like oh, well, if we really wanted to be helpful, what we would do is we would just send like aquaponic shit so they could bring back their local farming economy, right? And like and actually be able to like survive and like eat and shit, and not like we should force them all to do aquaponic farming. It's very, very different.
Well, if the only equipment you're sending is aquaponics, then of course they're gonna do aquaponics.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, the main point is that we shouldn't be doing shit, right? Like
It's
if
nobody
they
saying, hey, there's a very big difference between giving people the materials to actually like forge like an independent, like self-reliant economy and doing it all.
Like Wing is saying, why
right?
don't you ask them first?
Yeah. I mean, if they ask you for
You
hydroponic
would.
farms,
If I was at any position to do that, I would definitely ask and like reach out to like, like local farmers
out
and
to
shit
Africa.
and be like, hey,
hello
no,
Africa.
like
It's
I'm
Ben on the
talking about
phone.
specific people in a specific region. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Give me the phone number to Africa.
Ben, are you gonna bless the rains too?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Shoot,
Give me
I'm
the
toast.
phone number of the president of Africa. I got
Yeah.
a few words I gotta say about hydroponics.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah. Give me Africa on the horn. Stat.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh, Ben.
Very dishonest interpretation.
This reminds me of the China should just annex the DPRK take.
Oh, this isn't my Discord. $27. We're in Azure's Discord right now. Because yeah.
I started streaming first, and then Ben.
Okay, but in general, it's bold to assume that Ben has ever been in charge. Okay, he's just the front man, right?
Yeah.
It is true.
Yeah, he's the face.
All right.
Also, this is Sunday. The weekly Sunday roast Ben stream.
I feel like we do that every day anyway. So
That's true.
Yeah.
We're the reason that Ben has some humbleness. Okay, we keep it in check.
If Ben didn't have us, he would be insufferable.
It's the same thing I tell to Ashley.
And Ben knows it too, right? Like when we're talking about when we're reading Gaddafi, he was like, "This is how I would be without you guys." Like I would.
It's
like
true.
Gaddafi.
It is true. Like, to be clear, like, they're not wrong. Okay.
Ben's got a big head. It's all that, Midwestern white man. You just gotta let him know.
He's also
no,
Italian,
actually.
so that adds to.
Yeah, I think it's more about being Italian than anything else, to be entirely honest. Okay.
Well, didn't you hear, Marcus? It's not even sure that he's Italian. He just assumes that he's Italian because there is suspicion that his great grandfather that came here wasn't even Italian, but
Oh,
just
wow.
wrote it in to hide his
Okay.
identity.
No. Here's why. Okay. Here's why.
Also-
okay? Because it would be cringe
I'm
if
more
I claimed
Italian.
the alternative. Okay. It would be really cringe. I feel like to claim the alternative. So I feel like we already established that, right?
No,
Because
what is the
there's this-
alternative?
So the alternative is that my great grandfather pretended to be Italian, because the United States is racist against people, and they were fleeing fascism, and they were like Jewish. That's the only like feasible alternative given like the time period of when they showed up and the circumstances.
So
etc.
why do you think it would be cringe if your relatives were Jewish?
It would be cringe to claim it if I don't know for certain. That would be really cringe.
Oh.
You go.
Yeah. I'm not going to be Elizabeth Warren, right? That's not, but
Try out
Yeah,
here.
You are a little bit Elizabeth Warren, though. Like, not gonna.
wow. Oh my God. Oh my God.
As I was like, it's this Italian. I am this way because of this Italianness.
I'll be honest though, like maybe it's just the kind of friends that I have, but I have to bring Ashleen down a couple pegs sometimes because Ashleen gets too high in her head. But I love her to pieces. The gentle ribbing is because I love her. And
Oh,
Okay,
by the way,
listen.
Gracie, you're not escaping from this. Okay, so we heard that you've been telling Ashleen what socialism is.
You told
Listen.
you
That sounds
told
like
me
an
what
admission.
you told me the
Actually,
difference
that was
between
better than to
communism.
listen.
You
Actually,
told
it's better
me-
than to
you
listen to me.
No, because I repeated it, and they made fun of me because Gracie told me the difference between communism and socialism, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's
And
what
then
I understood it as, and I heard that conversation. I was in the chat when you said it, and Grom and Azure were like, "No, Ashley," and I'm like, "Oh, I done fucked her up."
Ashleen repeats stuff, okay, because she's a little dumb.
Wait, what did you say the difference between communism and socialism was?
I was like, the abolishment of private property. Like that's how I'd always understood the difference to be.
That communism abolishes private property,
Mm-hmm.
but socialism doesn't?
Yeah, that was my take. I
What did
claim
you think socialism was?
Like that's what I thought.
No, but what did you think socialism was, if not the abolishment of private property?
Well, the workers owning the means of production. That's not,
How is... Right.
Listen.
So the workers collectively owning the means of production privately, as a collective, a private collective.
So you're a
Yeah.
bossite without a little. You've been a bossite this whole time.
My God. Oh my God. Yeah, it's true. Nobody really knows for sure what socialism means. We all just pretend. Yeah.
Damn.
Listen, now I know that the truth is that socialism and communism are basically kind of the same thing, but not really. But also, one has a scarier word than the other. So you say the other one so you don't seem like you're too radical.
Exactly. I think that's directly quoted out of Das Kapital.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Socialism is when the
Listen,
government does stuff.
I am fine being grilled, okay? It doesn't bother me. Right? But this is also not me having a big head about things. And I admit when I'm wrong. Ben on the other hand.
Wow, coming in and throwing Ben under
No,
the bus.
yeah. Well, and if we could, like, I would attest, and like maybe I get fucking roasted now and lose a check. My basic understand, like at least the difference is like the amount of like central planning, like like that's like my only like understanding as far as the difference, like the amount of weight that goes into like having a central planning then versus like literally just the organizations of community deciding everything on their own.
Like what $27 is saying is what I
communism.
thought. Like
Well, I can't even see.
socialism
I'm
is
only
like-
watching one stream now, and now this is Ben. You're being selfish, hoarding your chat to yourself.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to keep my schedule, okay? This is my full-time job.
This is my job. Just trying to work here.
Trying to sit here, trying to work for a living. These socialists don't support the working class. Okay.
Well, Ben, you're
This
just
is how
a
Ben
streamer.
became a sockdem.
The tanky
I
to
left the
sockdem pipeline. The tanky abuse to sockdem pipeline. It's real.
Ben is
real.
like, hey, I'm working here.
Yeah, I'm working here. Yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
Oh man. So the video that we made, that we have a video on YouTube that's just like talking and making fun of Ben's Italianness, and like for sure off screen is like that's why he has to have so close up on his head, because off screen his hands are doing the Italian hands like all over the place, and it would be too distracting, to be able to watch it.
Everything is like screwed down to his table so it doesn't knock shit over all the time.
But on that note, I do got to get going.
All right.
Because I have to do some reading before I do my stream later today. But maybe y'all just keep going, and I'll just jump in Discord or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Marcus, I'm gonna DM you something, and I want you to let me know if it's sus or not, because I have a strong suspicion that it is, but I want your opinion. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like super nervous right now.
It's a non-profit that someone keeps, like.
Word. Okay, cool. Because I was like, I'm not a doctor or anything. Like I'm not.
Does this look infected?
My God.
Yeah, it's something that a former streamer keeps sending me, and I'm just like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Can I ask?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well. Because cool. I saw your DM. Oh. Because I actually just got something recently that I'm like, I don't know.
Oh. Okay, so it's not just me. Cool.
I think I know who exactly you're talking about.
I think you do too, Ben.
Yeah.
Wait, somebody fill me in.
Not on
Can't on
stream.
here.
Off
Okay.
stream.
All
Off
right.
stream.
Wow. secret drama.
Yeah.
Well,
So
thanks for
chat,
hanging out,
make sure,
Marcus.
imagine who your favorite Twitch streamer is, and then imagine that that's the person we're having drama about right now.
Yeah, exactly. Boom.
ContraPoints, Philosophy 2.
ContraPoints doesn't stream.
Yeah, she does. She has
What?
a well, not on
She
Twitch,
has a
but
Twitch?
not on Twitch. She has a live YouTube channel for going live.
Oh.
Wow, fake fan. You don't even
Yeah,
know.
big fan.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can fill you in if you want later. $27.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait.
come on, 27.
Yeah,
of
David.
course, you're a big boy, verified streamer. Come
Yeah,
on.
we'll give you. We should actually. Yeah, can we give David like the Claudia role so that they can jump in later and voice if we're there. Yo, Night Ghost, thank you for the raid with a party of one. What is up, Night Ghost? Hope you're having a good day today. Welcome. We are.
I'm pretty sure that's
chatting and stuff.
Geist.
It's yeah. Yeah. It is. It's Night Geist, right? Or Nacht Geist, right? But that's just Night Ghost. It's German for Night Ghost.
Ah,
Ooh,
right.
look at me. Ooh, I went to Germany and now I know words.
Now I know words.
Yeah, that's how it works. You know, I got really good at ordering McDonald's.
Oh, yeah,
They have a
okay,
Night
yeah.
Ghost burger?
So I'm looking through this website. Great.
Does it reek to you?
It seems a little sus.
Okay, yeah.
It seems very like it's just
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
actually like no there.
I also
there, it seems
cross-referenced to some of the people that are supposedly part of the conversation. Most of them
Yeah.
don't even mention it on their LinkedIn. And I
Well,
was
like and like
"Hmm."
that's I'm looking through people and it's like one consultant.
And then notice the person who created its photo comparatively to everyone else's. Just interesting.
Yeah.
Founder, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Going to casually.
I mean, like, what is a social entrepreneur?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Like, what
Oh,
is
no.
that? What is that?
Nothing. Capitalist.
Right?
A socialist entrepreneur.
Honestly, like I
you
see,
mean capitalist?
I see. Not like keep like this is black capitalism. This is just a
Created by a white guy, no less.
yeah. We just need more black business owners to exploit all types of workers. That'll fix it. Yeah. That's not
Wait,
how things work.
Wait, are
Okay,
we talking
cool.
about that thing that Ben also showed us a little while ago?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I tried to have a conversation with them, and they kept like, because it was like, tell me a time that's good to talk to you, and they're like, email me, and I'm like, email,
Fuck you.
like email, come on, I'm in Discord all the time. Join, speak. You're like, come on,
I use email.
you know.
What's wrong with email?
Wow. Okay.
They want to get you.
boomer.
They want to get Ben on the record. What they want to do.
Yeah. What do you want to? Well, you might as well send a letter if you're trying to email.
Yeah, literally. Why don't you snail mail it? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, how
Do
many?
people not
Make sure you
use
put
email
extra
anymore?
stamps
How-
on there,
like,
so it
why
gets
don't you-
there extra fast. You
How
know?
will you just fucking get Nick Cage to jump on a horse and ride the post across the country?
Yeah, Pony Express.
Delivering
that
these
shit right now.
letters. Oh.
Wait, wasn't
Yeah.
that Kevin Costner?
Was
That
it?
was
Oh,
that is
yeah.
a 2.5 hour long movie, and it has
Oh,
no
wow.
right to be that long.
All
Look,
white
Nick Cage
people look
is so
alike to me
versatile.
anyway, so it's
How
Oh, no,
is
it's a
Kevin
terrible
Costner
movie.
Okay, seriously, how is Kevin Costner a big name when every movie I associate him with is absolutely fucking horrible?
he doesn't
be
know how to
real.
say no. He refuses to say no to any deal.
Hmm.
If
I'm
there's a
going to
movie
play
being made
Robin
and you can
Hood,
yeah,
me, an American man.
if there's a movie being made and they can afford him, that like he'll say yes. Wasn't he? He was in one of those Christian fucking Time's Up movies.
He was?
I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
Gracie,
Time's
did you
Up
hear that
movies?
there's a new God's Not Dead?
Wait,
Oh,
who was in
no.
a Time's Up movie?
Oh, I think it was either Nick Cage or Kevin
Yeah,
Costner.
no,
like
it was Nick Cage. He was in the one where like everybody went to purgatory while they were on an airplane or
Yeah.
something. Yeah,
yeah, Left Behind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
That's my favorite
Nick
movie.
Cage was in the Left Behind reboot. Okay, so I mean, looking at his Bull Durham, maybe the only like, even then, the Bodyguard, the Postman, yuck. Waterworld, terrible.
Look, at
Although,
least
like
it's Bat Suit.
Waterworld, that was a documentary of our future.
We just
my
didn't know it
God.
at the time. Listen, we all have to learn to drink our own pee, you know?
At least Bat Suit
Message
didn't
in
get
a Bottle,
fucking
which is a
fired.
Nicholas Sparks movie. I don't fucking care about Nicholas Sparks, so like zero desire to watch that. The Hatfields McCoy's TV miniseries was pretty good. He was the dad in Man of Steel.
Mhm.
I thought Waterworld was okay. And David, I don't want to piss you off, but look, I think Waterworld's overrated. Like, it's good. I just think it needs to be redone with better graphics and maybe a little. It needs to be modernized. It needs to be
Okay, so
modernized.
This is how
Okay.
you get the new Star Wars with bad
Like-
camera mentality.
So
This is-
the thing
look.
with Waterworld is I watched it like years ago when I was like still in my teens, because I essentially had a story that was very similar where like the world flooded, but instead of like boats, we just like live in some submarines in underwater cities. And that's why I watched Waterworld. And I remember being like, this is a terrible movie, but my story would be better.
I think his best role was Al Harrison in Hidden Figures, a person who did not exist, just to give the movie a white savior. Isn't that beautiful? Yay.
Wow.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, like I'm looking at his filmography and he was Lieutenant Dunbar in Dances with Wolves, and like, I mean, that's, yeah, I don't understand how this man is a big name. I'm gonna be real.
Your mom coming in with, I'll watch anything with Kevin Costner in it.
Oh my God. Is that what they do though? Is that the role that Kevin Costner plays? It's just like he's supposed to be a big name so that like directors can just get people to watch crap movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a movie, and I gotta go after this for sure. It's basically like Ice Road Truckers, the movie, but there's like some type of like, I don't know, evil thing going on. I think it was like, who is it? The Taken guy. Who's that old ass dude
Oh,
that like can't stop doing
Meatloaf?
Oh, Liam Neeson's?
Liam
Neeson.
Meatloaf.
But anyway,
Meatloaf was in Taken?
So much confidence.
I
They
like
have-
No, 'cause there was this
singer
movie called-
Meatloaf in Taken.
Yeah, that's Fight Club. Oh my god.
No, he was in this movie called Black Dog. Like, and it had trucks in it. Shut
It's like,
up.
Oh, no,
Meatloaf.
not that. But basically, they've got Lawrence Fishburne in it,
Yeah.
and like Lawrence Fishburne, he's on the front, you know, like, and like basically they kill him off within the first 10 minutes because like that's all they can afford. That's all that a movie can afford. They're like, we can have you for an hour, and like, but every scene that he was in was a part of the trailer as well.
Oh my god.
It's like
my
Sean
God.
Bean. Same thing happens with
Yes.
Sean Bean. He dies in everything
Yes.
he's in, but he's always like the, main character.
Yeah, because they can't afford him
Oh.
to stick around.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I
There's
actually,
this,
I ended up interviewing somebody from Ice Road Truckers accidentally, and the reason for it was because he had a couple years ago. Sean Spicer or whatever said Joe Trudeau rather than Justin Trudeau, right? So I interviewed some random guy named Joe Trudeau that I found off of Facebook. Turns out he was like one of the dudes from Ice Road Truckers, which like blows my mind.
my
Yeah, the
God.
only good Kevin Costner movie that I think I actually enjoyed when I watched it was Field of Dreams. But I haven't watched that movie in so long that I get the feeling it does not age well. 'Cause-
Yeah, there's probably
So-
like some stay in the fucking kitchen woman shit in that movie or something like that.
Yeah, it came out in '89, in '89. I don't have a lot of hope for it aging.
Yeah. I think the worst, like, what is it? Revenge of the Nerds
Oh,
is
God.
probably like the worst fucking movie like ever made.
Yeah, I
And
watched
it was-
it because it had Lizzie McGuire's dad in it, and boy, do I regret that decision.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He bad. Just I mean, if you just made a movie that was like, hey kids, you want to learn about rape? Like basically that's Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, but we're
God.
gonna make it funny. Ha!
Yeah, exactly,
Ah.
right? We just all the just joke. Yeah, it's fucking awful. Terrible.
Yes.
But on that note, I gotta go. But
Right.
nice
Bye,
chilling with y'all.
Marcus. Thanks
We'll
for
see you all.
Marcus.
Thanks for coming.
Bye, Azur's chat. Bye, Ben's chat. And bye, everybody. Peace.
Right?
Let 'em
See ya.
know.
All right, time to
I like that-
gentrify some neighborhoods.
My
See, I
God.
knew it.
I like that Ben's collecting all these mats right now.
Yeah,
That
he
he's not
doesn't
gonna build with.
I don't know why.
Because I'm just trying to get to the max level so that I can get my skin. Okay. So, and I have to do this achievement to do that. So,
Oh,
an achievement is to collect materials.
Oh, by the way, I invited $27 into your Discord. Hope you don't mind.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
My
So
Discord.
are they gonna come in here?
Yeah.
defend,
$27. You're welcome
Waterworld?
to jump in anytime. You don't need a role to jump in, I think. They're
No.
just cosmetic.
Yeah, you don't
Face
need
it,
to-
movies with Katherine Hepburn are the best movies. I mean, she does some bangers. Oh,
She bangs. She bangs.
she did.
Oh damn.
I really love the
True.
idea though of meatloaf. In every time.
Actually, the way you said it with
Julian-
such fucking confidence. There was so much confidence that you knew you had the correct answer and you let it fly. I want that kind of confidence for my body.
It's like, I'm not always wrong, but when I am, I'm very confident about it.
Oh my God.
Listen, Meatloaf was in this terrible movie called Black Dog that had something to do with truckers, and that's where my mind went, okay? So I'm sorry. This is sexist.
Oh wait, Black Dog. That's the one with the Steve Zahn,
I think so, maybe.
the candy cane, pink champagne. That one.
Oh god, I probably watched that movie like
Yeah.
god, like 15 years ago.
They like
I
do a
just-
prank call to like rope in a trucker to like come to a
Randy
Motel?
Travis movie?
Oh no, that was Joyride.
no.
Yeah.
I believe it.
No,
No.
okay, so you're thinking of Randy Travis, I think, Chai. Because Randy Travis played Earl in that movie. God, that movie had Patrick Swayze in it too.
Didn't it have Lily Sobieski or whatever? like,
no,
She was one of the chicks that was like kind of popular in the early 2000s.
and she doesn't look to be on the cast list.
Oh, was it called Joyride? Hang on. It was really called Joyride. I don't.
Meatloaf was in Black Dog though, and it is about truckers. So Aisling does have that much right.
Wasn't Paul Walker in that movie?
Apparently, I don't remember it. Now I have to
It
watch
was,
this
you're right.
part.
Okay, it was Paul Walker, Steve Zahn, and Lily Sobieski. I was fucking right.
Meatloaf wasn't in that movie.
No, Meatloaf was not in that movie though.
I kind of thought that movie was called something else entirely, and that's why I thought when you said Black Dog.
Oh
I
my
was like,
god,
that's
Jim
the one.
Beaver's in that movie you guys are talking about too. The only thing I know him from is he plays Bobby on Supernatural.
I really
now y'all
like,
gotta watch
it, Bobby.
my favorite movie is Star Trek 2, the one where they go back to San Francisco.
Boy, ain't right.
I don't
Damn.
know that one.
Steve Zahn's
Boy,
been in a
yeah.
lot of stuff. It's so funny because like he's known for all these movies at the top on IMDb, but I know him from Daddy Daycare. I know that's not the one that's listed.
My God. My God.
Oh, he's in The White Lotus. Oh my god, Aisling, you know that TikTok I showed you that had
Yeah.
the girls roasting their dad because the dad's like having a crisis because he just found out that his dead dad is gay. And they're like, he was a sassy bottom. It's okay, Dad. That's him in that clip. I knew I recognized him.
Jesus Christ.
My God.
A bossy bottom. But
Oh.
also, he was in Riding in Cars with Boys, which is one of my favorite movies.
We got legendary streamer
Don't
27.
you fucking stop. Don't you fucking stop.
David's like, shut the
This
fuck
is not
up.
a friendly environment, I have to say. How y'all doing? Hope you're all good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
good.
good. Oh yeah, you're
So,
being represented by one of the 3 former presidents of Sierra Leone, Ernest Koroma.
Oh, boy, on the Azure stream, yeah.
Oh no, I don't think that should be confusing at all for anyone.
Oh, yeah. There's like 3 of them now.
Yep.
There's a dual stream going on.
Hi, Mr. Hanson.
Yeah.
So how are
City's
you
still
doing?
lacking biking paths. I mean, I have bike paths going all along the entire boulevard and up here from where the metro stop is. Let's see, there's another metro stop here. You could do bike paths up here along the park. But we got some bike paths.
Your mom's like desperately trying to start a hype train.
Now?
yourself.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my mom really likes the hype trains. That's really the reason why she tunes in. It's very much like a slot machine. Like,
It is, though. It's been designed like that, right?
yeah.
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 Yeah. That's how they get you.
It
Yep.
is how they get you.
So people were mentioning Meatloaf there as an actor, and I'm surprised that no one mentioned Fight Club.
I did mention Fight
Oh,
Club.
did you? I missed that. His
Yeah,
name
yeah,
is,
yeah.
after all, Robert Paulson. I thought Meatloaf was quite good in that movie.
Yeah, it was. It was really good in that one. But I didn't know when I first watched Fight Club. I did not know that was Meatloaf or who Meatloaf was until I was like, "Oh, I would." He sings that like anal song. I would do anything. And then I was like, "Oh, that's him."
I know that the movie Sausage Party is absolute fucking trash, but one of the most funny visual bits of that is Meatloaf singing as a meatloaf. I would do anything for love. Like, it's so ridiculous, but also it got me. I was like, no, while laughing.
What do you mean Meatloaf was a meatloaf? What do you mean? 'Cause
Okay,
I've
so
not seen
Sausage
it.
Party is an animated film about
Right.
talking food.
Okay.
And so they had Meatloaf in the movie animated as a meatloaf,
Oh, is
Meta.
that the one
singing
that
I would do
like,
anything for love.
It's the Seth Rogen.
is that the one
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen is in?
No, that's food
That's
party.
Food
Oh
Fight.
my god.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Haley's take in the chat is I thought I would do anything for love was about murder.
No, it's about anal. Everybody knows it's about anal.
About anal sex.
Oh my god.
We're on Ben's stream. You need to tone it down.
Yeah.
It's Sunday,
that is
okay?
No,
true,
this
okay?
is
It is
Asher's
Sunday.
Sunday
stream.
means you can
I
swear. That
started
doesn't
streaming
mean,
first.
you know.
This is my stream.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure,
like,
scapegoat rules
I
apply.
was scheduled though, okay? I mean, just to
I
be-
was
to be
scheduled
clear.
too.
Mm.
Don't you dare. I was scheduled.
Yeah, but we did also sign the non-compete with Ben, so
I haven't signed shit.
that's how Ben
Yeah, that-
gets ahead.
That's actually
Oppressive
how.
contracts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's how we did the first. That's how we became mods. Is you have to sign a document that says you won't compete with Ben.
Yeah.
That's why me and Gracie are
Very
only allowed to
exclusive
stream in the
process.
evenings.
Yeah.
See,
True.
Ben violates that sometimes and streams in the evenings.
No,
Well,
but the
it's in the
non-compete
contract
that
doesn't
he's
apply.
allowed to.
It doesn't apply.
I
to
know,
Ben.
Ben.
Yeah,
I'm just
very long
messing
time.
with you.
Yeah,
I'm messing
yeah.
with you.
The non-compete.
But,
Oh, we got the hype train. Carmen.
Yeah, we
is
do. We
going-
do have a hype train going on.
going
I
ballistic
am
right now.
in the middle of a very intense moment in Fortnite, so I'll have to sing the hype train songs myself and just
Imagine
make the-
thinking that Fortnite's intense.
Wow. Oh my god, Carmen K6, thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs. Sam Lynn, the kind dragon, thank you for gifting that tier 1 sub.
This is
Carmen
nepotism
K6,
in
thank you for the
action.
500 bits.
Yeah,
My
I always
goodness
wondered,
gracious. And Marie Hall DK, thank you for the 100 bits.
why do you call your mom by her Twitch username?
Yeah.
I was
Well,
just thinking that. I was literally just thinking.
Well, like, what do you want me to say? Thanks, Mom, for the 5
Yes,
Yes.
yes, that's what I want you to say.
Yes,
Do you know
I
what?
want you
Ben's
to
probably
say
right.
thank you to your mother
Yeah,
for giving
thank
you
you,
biddies.
David. Okay. Like, literally, it's,
You can't
yeah, it
pretend
would
like
be
she's not
weird.
your mom.
Like, what
Uh,
kind of Italian are embarrassed to like thank their mom? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I can't even imagine the horror I would feel if my parents showed up to my stream. I can't imagine it.
Ben's mom is awesome. Like, she just, yeah.
We
Oh my
rib Ben a
God.
lot, but no one roasts Ben more than his own mother.
Oh yeah, we got permission to bully Ben from Ben's mother.
Mhm.
Like, she was like, if it's good content, then bully Ben.
Yeah, it's true. She did say that. She did say that. Oh, I'm gonna lose. Oh yeah, I lost. Damn. Damn. All right. Well, that's okay because I'm gonna put up the hype train jams.
You lost against a bot.
Yeah, of course. you
No,
did.
I lost against time, but I'm not playing against bots. Okay, I'm not.
All right, dude. Whatever you
okay.
say.
Grom, I don't understand why you've started this. Okay.
You were
Why
literally
you-
playing against bots, though. Like,
Yeah. No, you were.
Wow.
and he was sitting there like, oh, this is so easy. I'm winning all the time.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure I was in voice when that happened.
Yeah.
Like you were sitting there boasting about how much you were winning, and then Grom pointed out that you were playing against bots, and you were like, "No, these aren't bots. These are real."
I'm like, look at the names. They're 100% bots. Okay.
Grom, I'm
I'm
just
like a
letting you know
Tom. Sooner
Not
or
yet.
later, we all lose against time. Thanks.
It's true.
that my Apex is fully updated. Grom, just saying.
I haven't even like. What do you mean? I don't. I never said I was gonna play it.
I think you did. I think you want to. You're just not, you know.
Oh my god.
Listen. The last time I watched Grom play anything on stream, he had child soldiers that were indiscriminately murdering people.
That's
I
true. That did happen.
Baby soldiers. I was playing Bannerlords and I installed a mod. Like I installed a mod to like where they would hold banners for me, my formation. And I go in and like they're all little babies. Like literally skinned as like little babies.
Murdering
And,
people.
Yeah, they were murdering people. And they were like, you're breeding babies? And I was like, no, I went to the village and I bought them.
That's better.
so much better.
Yeah, I'm not some kind of monster.
Yeah,
bought
I
these
paid for these
legally.
babies,
Yeah.
okay? Legally. Here's the document. But yeah, no, it was. I don't know what happened. Like, because it was like I didn't install a mod to make them babies. Like, the mods were not like, oh, make this game goofy, right? Like, yeah.
Someone said there was a
Angelina, are you
brush for
playing Among Us
deleting
later?
trees, but I don't find it.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Wow, look at Ben.
Mm.
It's on a
Just-
gravy train
Just
right
so
now.
y'all know, I think it's kind of messed up how last night we had like up to 40 people, but as soon as Ben left, we lost half of our audience. That's sexist.
It's
Wait,
not.
when
It's
when
not
did
that
Ben
Ben
leave?
left.
When
It's
did
not that Ben
leave?
left. It's when I came in.
Yeah.
And just like.
Oh, but I left as well, so that's a double whammy right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that
absolute
is a
fucking
double whammy.
sexism last night. You know,
Oof.
like, oh yeah. I have the guys on, and you guys will come in and watch, but you guys won't stay once the men leave. I see how it is. I see
Yeah.
how it is.
It's
Well,
the same
maybe they
in,
thought it was like non-male space, and they didn't want to invade and take up space.
My God.
Yeah. It's the same in the Issure's chat. When Issure's on alone, everybody asks, like, where's Grom? Is carrying the stream?
Okay,
my
one
God.
person was doing that.
Oh my
I think
God.
it was a few more actually.
No, it was Swordfish and then like 3 of Swordfish's alts.
Wow. Okay, so that's how we're doing it.
Yeah.
It's honestly me though. You should just like remove me from your voice privileges in your Discord because I'm just a poison pill.
Nah, it's okay, Chai. I was losing energy, and I'm pretty sure that had more to do with it. And we also just like quit talking shit. So
Those were rather quiet rounds of golf, and yeah, you said I can't imagine you playing like an RPG shooter, like with the amount of like yelling and cursing you're doing, playing like literal baby golf. You should watch me and Rom play Apex because that would be something to
Oh my
behold.
God. Oh my God.
Fucking Apex.
I mean, that is actually a good point. Carmen K6, thank you for gifting that 5 tier 1 subs.
Please.
You
Wow, the
need to go-
nepotism and
you
making
need to
sure-
go like take your mom's credit card away from her. Like, she's gonna be homeless soon.
Oh my God. And Samuelin, thank you for the 255 bits. Nice. Okay. Do we want to have some sort of continuity between our streams and just play golf? Would that make sense?
I'm still playing Cities Skylines.
Well, I know. I was just offering an invitation. I'm not saying you have to quit Cities
Oh,
Skylines.
this is
I
the whole
know.
hydroponics Africa
like-
thing all over again.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kind of sounds like you want to take away my fun time that
I
I'm
wouldn't be able
having.
to play.
Wow.
It's a
Wow.
no
wouldn't
for
be
a
able to
sure,
play.
but a yes from everybody else. So
Wow.
I wouldn't be
Wow.
able to play today just because I'm about to get off so I can grab something to eat because I already had plans to play Among Us with Lynx later. So I start at 1.
I'll play with you, Ben. If you just really feel like getting your ass handed to you again.
I'm
I
never gonna
won
play
3
that
for
game
3
again.
last night. I'm
'Cause I
3 for
wasn't-
3.
I wasn't playing, so just saying.
I've
I
been
might play
practicing,
around.
okay.
I'll be terrible, but I'll play around.
I mean, y'all don't have to. I was just, making the invite.
I like that game.
Did you
I'll
say it
play
was
it.
golf that you're going to play?
Golf,
Yeah,
with
golf with
friends.
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 It's very fun. It's
It's
very
Marcus
not.
would not be happy. I see you wait till Marcus is left before you start getting in with the golf discourse.
Listen, it's
Oh wow! Oh my
It's not
god!
the
Oh my god!
I see what's
Takes-
happening.
Mhm.
Take sip from drink with the abolish golf cozy on it.
I literally
Yeah.
said last night the title of my stream was like golf sucks but friends don't.
Okay, but
True.
like abolish golf, right? But this is like mini golf, right? That is
Right.
the only
Cartoon
allowed
fun golf.
form of golf.
Yeah.
This is into really
Yeah.
beautiful gardens, so yeah.
Under socialism, all golf will be miniaturized. This is just
Yes.
So I watched. There is a video it was a very serious video. It was super hard to take serious because they were following someone who was like a professional mini golfer, and
Wait,
wow.
what?
That's a thing.
Yeah, that's a
Yes,
thing.
and the video was like really serious, and it just looked so ridiculous.
What's
right?
the money like in that? What's the money like?
Probably not.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And they were using like the golf sticks. They weren't like what we get. It was these really long ones. They like hold like above their head almost when they putt. It was just weirdest thing.
So were they doing the thing like, right, okay, so there's like 4 ways to hold this, right? But I'm going to go for the hardest way, right? I'm going to get it up the windmill. I'm going to get it through the thing. Were they doing all that kind of stuff?
I don't know if they had like if there was like some certain courses, but I mean I must imagine like they're being sponsored to have them at like existing courses. So there's probably like windmills and like the clown hole and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This game's audio is like jacked for some reason. Like a couple of days ago, I noticed that like it just sounds like some humming and like computer
Can't.
noises.
I can't get over the fact that there are professional mini golf players.
You
that
didn't know that?
my hope for humanity dwindles every single day.
There's like professional everything. I feel like if you really think about it, Like,
it was this one here from that I watched from A Great Big Story, and it is they're being serious about it, but like I was laughing my ass off the whole thing. Like it's the most silly.
Like Pro Mini Golf Association. There's a PMGA.
There's nothing funnier with people taking something that is just silly really seriously, right?
Yeah.
Is this the link you've just posted in the chat here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my content for tonight sorted.
oh my god.
David's like, thanks, bud.
Yep. Candy night tonight. Yep. Good. God, man.
That's how it works.
People do anything to make money, right? Turn anything, commodify the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Ben, do you have an open or
No, I was waiting for somebody to create a room. So should I create a room? Should I?
I mean, I could do it.
Wow.
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah.
Just a sec.
Oh, see, Mr. Hansen said Grom always cares to stream. What will we do without Grom? See, there you go.
Wow.
All right. Well, we've been going for about 3 hours, so I think I'm gonna raid into Ben since they're gonna keep going, and we might probably switch over to Ben's Discord voice.
Imagine if you just said, "Well, I'm gonna raid into."
Yeah, let's see who's on right now.
$27 just went live. That's a fucking.
Yeah, Dan Simpson.
Just
is
raid
on.
into
Raid into-
Lucid,
to
you
Dan.
know, just.
Raid into
I'm gonna get offline so I can grab myself a bite to eat before I start Among Us later. I'll just
Okay, that's the password.
Mogus.
That's the password.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's the password?
In the chat.
Oh yeah. That was the password last night too.
Close enough. It wasn't quite the